Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PWOnlyIAS English YouTube channel. Welcome to the Titan batch, Pinnacle batch, as well as to my comprehensive current affairs batch. Please confirm whether the audio and video is clear. Tausif, Adu, Dharani, Aishwarya, Salma, Akhilesh, Prajwal, etc. etc. Good evening, Pranam. How are you? Nanda, Nirupam, I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Keshav Kumar, Sakshi, Badekha, Shivakumar, Swami, Kaira, Nandani Kumari, Dipan Vita, Kamal Garg. I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. The Silent UPSC, Suhana, Meena, Haifa, Arshin, Pichapillai, Yanalu Nagaria, Adventure CKD, The Watch Club, Philo Prince, Maunika, Suhebia. I mean, so many new names. Titan and Pinnacle. I think new batch would have started. All right. For all those people who are attending my class for the first time, as I've told repeatedly, don't take down the notes. Listen and understand. You can take down running notes in the sense that whatever I'm telling, okay, this is important, that if you want, you can note down. Just because obviously it's an online class, so it is very difficult to actually stay attentive. The other thing what I want to tell you is, excuse me. Other thing what I want you to tell you want to tell you is, you will write the PYQs. Start making it a habit of writing your previous year questions, and whenever you write it, update it with the latest current affairs. That's all that you have to do. Don't write down or note down current affairs, because I have done that during my preparation. That is why I'm a faculty today. Taking down too much of information which is not really required. You only need to know what is relevant. Monthly current affair compilation will come. Please read that and stay in tune. Stay updated with whatever is happening. All right. So without any further delay, let us get right into the topics here. Iran civic unrest, nuclear fusion China, AI and its impact on environment, energy, solar panels and biofuel, Article 6 Paris Climate Treaty, news in shorts. After that, we have source code, stray dog feeding, rare earth elements, marine and space biotechnology, NEET, PG vacancies, new UGC rules, global unemployment, water contamination. These are the topics that we'll be seeing today. I know topics looks very limited, but we have, enough amount of data here. In addition to this, I have also ensured that few articles, we are only going to do it in diagrammatic format. Especially for example, this first article itself, if you see, this is what? Zero Fatalities District Road Safety Program. This is a program where Ministry of Road Transport and Highway has built along with, in collaboration with another NGO, with an NGO, Save Life Foundation. So what are they doing here? They have identified 100 high crash districts across 15 states, covered 59 districts initially. Total number of accidents or road deaths recorded were 89,000 road deaths in 2023-24. Okay, then 63% of the deaths occurred outside a national highway. That means mostly in state highways, mostly in service roads. These are the places. Clear? Then 58% deaths come from 17,331 critical locations. Critical locations means these are your usual frequent areas where accidents happen. In that again, major causes, rear end collision 26%, head-on collision 23%, pedestrian, hitting a pedestrian 23% again. We look at this image again. There is a Supreme Court image here. Why we have kept a Supreme Court image? Because this was overlooked. This entire activity was being monitored by Supreme Court appointed committee. So Supreme Court is also involved here, because Supreme Court actually started taking notice of the number of accidental deaths that are happening and the amount of life that is lost at road. That is a reason to find out, okay, what are the steps or procedures that can be taken so that we can minimize this loss. Got the point here? Taking it further forward, Iran civic unrest. Now, Iran's civic unrest, why did it all start? Now, some of you might have seen that those images where women have removed their hijab and they are burning it. They have lit up a cigarette and they are burning the image, or rather the photograph of the supreme leader. You know, it is a crazy thing. You have to be another level of narcissist to call yourself supreme leader. Leader you call, call yourself the president, call yourself the military chief, put on war medals, that is fine. But this is on another level it is. But to be very honest here, it is not that the supreme leader of Iran is the only person who calls himself like that. There are plenty of other people. I mean, come on. The army chief of Pakistan, he was made a field marshal. For what joy? For losing against India. He's a field marshal today. And the law inside Pakistan has been amended in such a way that nobody can question him or his activities. Or in other words, neither the government nor the judiciary can question any decision taken by the field marshal. Literally, once again, Pakistan has kept military above the government. To put it in the words of Mr. Shashi Tharoor, India is a country that has an army. Pakistan is an army that has a country. Clear? So this is something similar to that. Some person is having all the powers and is controlling everything. This is not new. But what went wrong in Iran? See, the fact of the matter is, Iran, even though it is sitting on oil, they are not able to sell it. Their exports have declined a lot ever since US placed sanctions on them. Getting the point here? Sanctions on them means you cannot export, you cannot import. They have completely reduced everything. This has actually depreciated their currency. So let us understand that first. Official rate is 42,000 Iranian rial for $1. Official rate. But the actual market price is 1,450,000 Iranian rial. For what? $1. $1 value is what we are seeing here. And if you actually compare this rate, 45% decline it is. Real has lost roughly 20,000 times its value since 1979. It has lost its value by 45% just in 2021. To lose the currency value by 20,000 times, that means this is not even hyperinflation. This is gone. This is what we generally call galloping inflation. Means galloping, horses gallop. Alright, you don't call it run, horses running. You generally say horses galloping if it is going real fast. This is exactly like that. The inflation is out of hand. And on top of it, what did the government do? Government basically said that, okay, we are going to keep a price cap, maximum selling price for essential goods like rice, sugar and edible oil. But rice is imported, sugar is imported, edible oil is imported. Alright, everything is imported. When you are buying something from outside, can you actually say only this much should be the maximum price? And look at the value. $1 market rate is 1.45 million. How is it even going to work out? So because you are importing all the essential commodities, the price cap is not actually helping anything. So what has happened? People have stopped importing, creating even more shortage. When basic necessities becomes luxury, that is when things will go out of hand. If you actually remember, in Sri Lanka, even slate, chalk and slate is the right for kindergarten children. When that became a luxury, notebooks became a luxury. That is when people poured onto the street, they protested against the government and the government had to change. We are seeing a repeat here in Iran. Basic necessities, when I am not able to get, automatically I will start protesting. And if you notice here, so what did the government, what is the next solution that the government came up with? Government said that we will give a monthly cash transfer of 10 million riyals per citizen were announced for 4 months. Again, putting money into the hands of the people. Now, 10 million riyals, when we say, we will feel it is great, but then look at its original value. It is just $7 per month. To put it in rupee perspective, government is telling that I will give you 630 rupees every month. You manage your expense with that. What expense you will manage with that? So Iran's economy has gone for a full toss. There is no recovery from this. And now what Iranian regime is doing, the same mistake what everybody will do, trying to suppress it further. Same mistake what Sheikh Hasina did in Bangladesh. Tried to use more and more violence there. People will protest even more. You can use the threat of violence only till the point where people are scared of the law, people are scared of the bullets. The day when people stop getting scared of the bullets, it's game over. Now what they are doing, there massive executions. That is, let us say today it is January 17th. They will arrest somebody on January 14th and then they will say, January 16th, that person's execution. What is the crime committed? Protested against the supreme leader, burnt the supreme leader's photograph. These are the crimes or the punishments. Got the point here? So this is what is happening there. So people are protesting. Civic unrest began on December 20, 2025, triggered by a shutdown by Tehran merchants protesting against currency devaluation. Merchant class started with the protest. So in Bangladesh, if we were looking at a regime change, it was largely because of what? Student protest. This is merchant class. Both are very, very important because merchant class, I will tell you, it is one such class where they are not really worried about which political party is in power, who is in power, who is ruling, what is America thinking. They don't care anything about that. They only care about their money. You constantly keep devaluating the currency. What will happen? Domestically, I won't be able to buy anything. Depreciation may encourage exports. Correct. We have already seen this in our earlier classes. Depreciation may encourage export. But the fact of the matter is, I am not able to manufacture anything. And even if I want to export, I cannot export because US has placed sanctions on me because of my nuclear energy development or nuclear missile development. So I'm totally isolated. Getting the point here. Spread and scale of unrest. Unemployed youth and low-paid workers joined the protest, which expanded into a nationwide anti-government movement. Incidents of arson, vandalism, and anti-establishment violence were reported. Authorities reported more than 2,000 deaths by January 13, 2026. Can you see the irony here? In hardly around 15 or 16 days, 2,000 people have got killed. Government data this is. But unofficial data literally puts the number at a very high level because this is the people who have died from the side of the government. Security guards, army personnel, police officials, all of that. From the side of the protesters, if you start counting, that is on another level altogether. Because for that, there is no official count being placed. All right. Okay, we will come to that. State response. Authorities followed a recurring multi-stage response seen in 2009, 19 and 2022. So this is not the first time this is happening. This has happened in 2009, then happened in 19, then in 22 again. And what have they done? Strict law and order enforcement followed by mixed messaging, selective concessions and restrictions on social media. That is, first they will enforce the law. Then they will handpick. Say if a group is actually creating protest, etc., what they will do, they'll punish a few. They will let go of a few. And to others, for others, they will give this propaganda. What sort of propaganda? Pro-establishment rallies and funerals of security personnel were organized. Pro-establishment, that is in support of the supreme leader. Then you conduct this massive funeral procession to show that, see, these are the true people who have died for the country. Look at these soldiers. Look at their faces. Look at their families' faces. Do you think what you're doing is right as far as the country is concerned? Now, when you make such emotional messages or memes, etc., automatically what will happen? The opinion will slowly start changing. Even if it doesn't change, you can create a voice of dissidence. Few people at least will say, but we shouldn't have attacked the security forces. We can protest. We shouldn't attack them. So like that, break the movement. Breaking the unity is the only way for this. And then occasionally putting this so-called social media shutdown. Complete internet shutdown. This is what they do. Clear? Taking it further forward. Foreign interference was officially blamed for attempting to hijack protests. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and regular armed forces remained loyal with no elite split or alternative leadership emerging. This is where they are winning. See, even with the British rule in India, if you see, what actually broke the back of British rule was Royal Indian Navy revolt. Getting the point here, it is not how they believe or how they rather made us believe in our school textbooks that Gandhi's Quit India movement eventually led to India's independence. We never thought 1942 is Quit India movement, 1947 is the independence. Why this much of gap? With 1942 Quit India movement, it literally came to a point where Gandhian methods literally got over. We need to have finished. It no more had any relevance. But why then 1947 they gave the independence? Because of Royal Indian Navy revolt. If I am a government and I am not able to control my armed forces, because what started with the Royal Indian Navy, that soon spread into the police wing. Police department failed to fire. They are like, we are not going to fire. We won't fire. Even when they were asked to fire at protesters, they used to shoot at some other place. So the idea behind, what is it? Any rule you want to do, the first and foremost thing is what? You should have control over the armed forces there. You don't have control, your game is over. Take Afghanistan. Afghanistan, what happened? People were ready to fight. But the Afghan civilian government, they ran from Afghanistan as soon as they saw what Taliban has captured Kabul. They ran away from there. So Afghanistan was a case where the military was ready to fight. But there is nobody to guide them, nobody to do anything. So finally they decided, okay, fine, we will surrender to Taliban. What else to do? Getting the point here. See, INA, not directly. INA trials. See, I am not telling this based on my own observation. This is actually the sentence or the statement given by ex-British Prime Minister. As far as I'm not sure who asked him this question. This was somewhere in 1950s or 60s. Some gentleman asked this British Prime Minister, why did you give India freedom? Because practically Gandhian methods and Gandhi was finished. The whole country was in disarray. I mean, full-on communal riots. They were fighting more than ever. Then how did you end up leaving it? He said, Royal Indian Navy revolt. That was the main reason. Otherwise, Britishers had the blueprint to rule India till 1970 or 1980. They had actually had a made-up plan how to rule India till 1970, 1980. Clear with this? So in Iran, as of now, if you ask for me, what is the thing? Don't expect any change in regime. Don't expect any change. And neither USA nor India nor any country is bothered with this now. Because USA right now, USA's focus is the entire Western Hemisphere. Where USA already now, we already saw the shameless act where the Venezuelan, female who won the Nobel Prize, she transferred that document entirely to Mr. President Trump or the pedophile President Donald Trump. Gave it to him. Without any shame, he accepted it also. The fact of the matter is, you can transfer that gold coin to anybody. It is, I think, around 196 grams it is. That you can transfer it to anybody. But once somebody is given the Nobel Prize committee, once they decide that, okay, this person is the Nobel Peace Prize winner, only that person will be getting that Nobel laureate. Only that person or individual will get. I can give the certificate to anybody. I can give the gold to anybody. Doesn't make them a Nobel laureate. But let us hope, at least now, Trump's ego will get satisfied. Got the point here? So Trump is not interested in it. Even in this case, again, if you see, is India going to be affected? Well, India's exposure to Iran is very, very, very limited. Be it in terms of exports, be it in terms of imports. Because of all the US sanctions, even we stopped buying oil from there or selling anything there, because hardly something we sell now. Very, very, very less. It's not even an economy for us anymore. But otherwise, this protest, it can cause a small trouble in the sense that Iran is our main gateway to Central Asian countries. Through Iran, enter into Afghanistan and then enter into Central Asian countries. So if this keeps on going, those things will get delayed. In that sense, yes, it might create trouble. But again, like I keep telling you, international politics is one thing where we will have to wait. You will have to keep waiting till something concrete occurs. Yeah, Maria Corina Machado. Clear? Machado. It is better to stay mute. What has India to gain anything from it? India has got nothing to gain from this. Even with the Greenland issue, if you see, India has got nothing to gain from it. Even with Venezuelan issue, India has got nothing to gain from it. It is China basically who is standing to lose or gain. It is Europe basically who is standing to lose or gain. Getting the point here. Let them fight it out first. India need not behave like the international, we are the sole proprietors or owners of dharma. Satyam vadha, dharmam chara. Why? What necessity is there? Getting the point here. See, you should either have the power to stop things, which India doesn't have. It is just because Narendra Modi goes tomorrow and meets this guy called Trump. Will Trump listen? Absolutely not. Does India have that level of muscle power where India can actually stop Trump from attacking Venezuela? I mean, he has already done that. Or Greenland? No. Does India have any strategic interest per se, either in Greenland or in Venezuela? No. Does an average Indian citizen, is he or she going to be affected because Trump attacked Venezuela or Greenland or whatever is happening in Iran? Again, the answer is no. If it is not benefiting Indians or India strategically, best thing to do is what? Buy popcorn, eat 5-star and do nothing. That's it. That's the point here. What representative of Global South? There is no representative. Who made India the representative, first of all? Who made India the representative? If ideally we are talking about a representative in military terms or economic terms, then it is China. China has a huge investment in Venezuela as well as in other Latin American countries. If Europe decides to even go for war, 50 troops now they have sent to Greenland. If Europe decides to go for war, again what will happen? Europe, China's investments are there. Let China intervene, man. Why should we jump to everything? Got the point here. Chabahar port is not so essential to the point that Chabahar port is not there. Oh, main lut gayi, main barbad ho gayi. No. If it is there, it is good. But this internal trouble, Iran only has to sort it out. Other than that, nothing else is there. Got the point here, people? This is the idea. Write and draw on board by flowchart. Please, sir, I am not understand. You will have to improve your English then. I cannot keep writing and drawing each and every topic. Whatever is important, I have underlined. Please understand, because that will take even more time. How to understand current affairs? By attending all the classes. Other than that, nothing else is there. This is what it is. All right. Now, if you actually look, proper values, Iran's share in India's exports, just 0.26%, around $764.5 million. Not a huge amount, to be very honest. It has come down from 1.1% in financial 20. Basmati rice we are exporting, 61% of exports to Iran. 13.1% of India's basmati exports. Tea 5.6, essential oils 5.4, fresh fruits 5.3. Iran's share in imports fell from 2.7% in financial 17 to 0.04% in November 2025. Adu, please understand, I cannot slow down for your sake. This is the speed with which I go. You will have to increase your level. There is no other go. 99 slides are there. Entire week's current affairs. Please understand, you have to get used to this. Getting the point here, I am going by what UPSC standard is demanding. Please understand, UPSC standard is here means I cannot teach you over here. I'll have to maintain the UPSC level or even one more level above that. Got the point here? Please understand. Your competition is, I am not your competition. Your competitors are there. Please understand. Understand, even from my perspective, I need to teach international relations to polity, almost every single topic. in this 2.5 hours. Please understand. Please ask questions with regard to. See, get used to it, people. See, whoever has joined new, now, oh, you, I'm not understanding anything. It's going so fast, Kabina fellow. You will feel that now. Give it some time. In 3 months' time, you will get used to it. Just give it some time. You are not finding issue with my speed. You are finding issue with so much of knowledge being dumped. So much of information being dumped on you. That is the reason. Because this is probably your first or second class. Just give it time. Anilom, Vinilom as of now. You will get a hang of it eventually. In case the regime changes, it will be pro-USA. Sudhanshu Kurni, not necessary. We may even experience a situation what we saw in Iraq. Totally breaking away. Do we even hear about Iraq anymore? I mean, we have been taking current affairs for quite a time now, right? We will hear about multiple Middle Eastern countries doing this deal, this issue, that issue. All this we hear. But have we heard anything about Iraq? Why? Iraq is filled with constant infighting. Kurds are fighting with the Shias are fighting with the Sunnis. Then they are, I thought so. Bhavani, don't worry, Bhavani. Eventually things will improve. Okay. So, all these fights are happening. So, nobody cares. Infighting is too much there. Even if the regime change happens now, generally what we see is when a dictator moves out of the equation, be it Gaddafi, be it Saddam Hussein, when they move out of the equation, what happens is that country sinks further. If it was, the situation was bad initially, from bad it will go worst. So much so that today what people are telling in Libya or Iraq, they are missing Gaddafi, they are missing Saddam Hussein. They are telling that things were better during Gaddafi's time. At least we were getting food. We were getting water. We were not living in luxury, but at least we were eating on time. 3 meals a day we were getting. Now whole regime change, everything happened. The whole country has gone for a toss. Got the point here? This is the logic. Taking it further forward. So, the only other thing to know is Iran joined BRICS on 1st January 2024. 75th anniversary of India-Iran diplomatic ties in 2025. Got the point? Exactly, Praveen. Clear? This is the point. That means, nutshell is this much. Iran is in turmoil. India basically need not do anything. India should basically buy 5-star and chill. All right, probably wear glasses. Oh, Iran, my God, what happened to you, man? That's it. Little more further away, drama is happening in Venezuela. Drama is happening in Greenland. For that also buy one more 5-star and eat, because that is a little more away from India. Will attack. That's it. Wait and watch. No direct interest of India is being threatened. So wait and watch approach. Got the point here? Correct. All right. Now let us come to entomophagy. Entomophagy simply means, correct, eat 5-star, do nothing. Entomophagy means eating insects. Nyam, 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 nyam. Vegetarians are already revolting. Eating insects. Oh my God. Correct? Okay. Sorry. Now, sorry. Kamlesh's question. So, if an economy completely goes down, like Iran, if its economy completely goes down, that is, inflation keeps shooting up, and real keeps depreciating. So, in Iran's case, I will tell you, basically, first and foremost thing, whoever comes into power, sanctions needs to be lifted. Sanctions needs to be lifted. Because like I told you, Iran is sitting on oil. All they have to do to recover the economy is just sell their oil. They will recover. Easily they will recover. Got the point here. But the $1 million question is, with all this revolts happening, only two things are going to happen out of it. Number one, Supreme Leader continues. If Supreme Leader continues means don't worry, the situation will continue to worsen even further. Number two, at least now or in the future, we can expect what? Regime change. If that regime change leads to a stable government, which actually promises USA that no more weapons, nuclear weapons, if they promise it, then it is game over. The problem will get solved. The entire protest, if you really see, is completely led by, merchants started it, but it is led by whom? It is being led by the youth, current youth. So current youth, if you ask, even to the social media youth, if you really ask, okay, for the country, for India, they'll be like, okay, whatever. That is how they will react. Because the current youth, if you generally see, they are less on emotion, less on drama. They don't like drama, basically. They don't like drama inside their own house. Why will they create the drama? Bharat Mata Ki. They won't feel that. Get the point here. They don't have commitment towards anything. Their commitment is there towards their own life. That's it. And this is not just isolated with India. This is generally a world over emotion that is emerging now. Yeah, why? Let us reduce the noise. Why should we all get so worked up? Chill, brother. That's how it is now. So in this new chilled society, if they are able to develop the stable government, they will do what is practical. They will do what is practical. And to say that this is entirely supported by USA is triggering this, nothing like that. You keep very restrictive environment where you are not even giving people food to eat. You are not even giving them employment. And on top of it, you're telling, don't do this, don't do that, walk like this, walk like that, sit like this, stand up like that. People will go bonkers. Restrictive environment will work when I am eating well, sleeping well. That is why in Saudi Arabia, you won't find issue. China, you won't find issue. You won't find issue even in Bhutan. Bhutan, it is king's rule. China, it is one party. Saudi Arabia, it is king's rule. UAE, it is king's rule. But there, people are eating well, sleeping well. They have jobs. They are not suffering from major poverty issues. No issues there. Got the point here? America has wanted to doing this with Iran under control of Syria. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. That is to think that Americans still have the control. What control do they have? Where do they have it? That is just an exaggeration to think that Americans have that level of control. America wants to sell that story. That see, we are able to do this. See, we are able to do that. If they were really successful, means trust me, how many times this had happened? 2009, 2019, 2022. This is 2025. This is the fourth time this is happening. If America was really behind it, earlier itself, they would have changed the regime. America's direct involvement was there in Libya when Gaddafi got killed by the crowd. In Saddam Hussein, where he was captured and then he was taken out. Got the point here? There, their involvement was there. Where they are involved, if they are actually involved means they will change it in no time. They will change the person in no time. Trust me. This even they didn't expect. That is the reality. They also didn't expect that this is going to happen. Got the point here? But news is coming outside. It means, see, internet, if you shut down also, it is not that all you have to do is what? In North Korea also, internet is shut down. Then how is it that North Korean people are able to communicate with the South Koreans? How are they doing it? They go exactly near the border area. They smuggle a SIM card from there. Or they smuggle it from China. Then they go there. Then they message or they call. Internet shutting down is not a big deal. You can still communicate if you want to do it. Got the point here? This is the point. Why maximum countries put their head down in front of America? Who put their head down in front of women? The head down is put basically when you don't have nuclear weapon with you. That is the simple logic. You don't have a nuclear weapon, then you will have to be scared of all these foreign interventions. When you have a nuclear weapon in your hand, nobody will think to come and attack you. Got the point here? It is not they are putting their head down and all. Who has put their head down where? I mean, first of all, tell me one intervention where USA won, Vietnam they lost, Afghanistan they lost, Iraq they lost, Libya they lost, Africa they went. Their what is it? Black Hawk helicopter was brought down. The pilots were dragged out. They were dragged through the streets by the Africans there, beaten up, tortured, and publicly they were killed. What did USA do? Got the point here. These are just narratives being sold out. Narratives ke baare mein yaad aa gaya. We'll come to the narrative part later. Getting the point here? IFS officers, nothing. I think they would have already come back. Nearly 60% of visitors who tasted insect-based foods were first-time consumers. Why? Edible insects discussed as alternative protein sources amid global food demand pressures. Because land is getting lesser and lesser in size because of the population explosion. Got the point? We'll wait and watch. Who is that? Bhavya Ved. See, one thing I will tell you, polity and international relations are two subjects where we would like to, keep discussing it. Because we feel it is very interesting. Wow, international diplomacy. Oh, wow, politics, all of that. Not required for UPSC. Maximum, this will happen, that will happen. And then do the waiting game. Wait. You can wait for one episode of a web series, right? You will keep waiting. Oh, what would have happened? Like that, you wait. All right. Till then, wait. Yes, it is a repeated topic. That is why I just subjected it to these two. Insects are rich in proteins, vitamins, and micronutrients. 80% of an insect's body is edible. Only 20% is inedible. And then coming to our poultry. Poultry, 55% is only edible. 45% is inedible. All right. So insects can be used for yum 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 yum. What happened if when America will against India? Can we think this? Let it happen, man. Let it happen. Has America completely gone against India? No, we will wait. Nuclear fusion China. This is a highly technical article. Scientists operating a nuclear fusion reactor in China achieved stable plasma densities 65% above the Greenwald density limit. Yes, Revan, nuclear conditions are there. You have to sign the nuclear non-proliferation treaty. You also have, only then you can become a nuclear suppliers group. Only if you are a member of this, you will be getting access to nuclear technology and nuclear fissile material. Iran had tried to access this without even joining it. So, Iran wanted to access it, number one. Number two, Iran tried to build nuclear missiles. That is the reason why all this game started. All right. Now, what is this about? See, nuclear fusion is a reaction that basically happens inside sun. Where two light hydrogen atoms will fuse together to form helium atom. Wait a minute. Hydrogen fuses to form helium. That is what a fusion reaction is. Two lighter nucleus clubbing together to form a heavier nucleus. Got the point here? That is what it is. Lighter nucleus combining together to form heavier nucleus. How can China's advances? Are Zohra Ashraf. Zohra, you seriously think US said that, and because US told India to stop the war, India listened and immediately stopped? You seriously believe that? Because this question has come, please give me people. The patriot in me won't be able to digest such heavy nonsense. So I will tell you what is the real reason behind it. Okay. Janam Janam ke liye, you please remember it also. Just give me a minute, people. Not something which we won't discuss. I mean, which is not important. We are genuinely discussing those things that are important. Your answer, and many people who are out there thinking that India listened to USA or India's Rafales were lost. I'll take you a little back again. You remember when Pulwama attack took place, there was this narrative being sold here in India again that this was planned by the government. Government had information on it. Government did not take action because they knew this will help them in election. This narrative was told to the extent where people whom I know, even they were basically telling that that is a planned attack done by the government of India. That is, the logic was government of India set up a bomb, killed our own CRPF so that they can win the next election. Okay? For a very long time, memes, trolls, internet was filled with this. Just a few weeks before the Pahalgam attack, Asif Munir, you can check it, that video is still there in the internet. Please go and watch it once. In London somewhere, when he was giving his speech, he actually told, Pulwama attack was a strategic victory. When I heard the speech also, I was actually wondering, why strategic? Because the terrorist attack, killing Jawans, this is not a new thing. That has been happening probably since the 90s onwards. But why was he calling it strategic? I was actually clueless. Okay, 40 Jawans got killed, but what advantage did Pakistan get out of it? The advantage what Pakistan got out of it was it set the tone from that point onwards that whatever attack is happening in India, it is government-led attack so that the government can keep winning election again and again. Whenever election comes, a terrorist attack will happen so conveniently so that government can win. Even Delhi Agra attack, when it took place, they were basically, Bihar elections is happening, that is why. Oh. Now, why this narrative? How is it happening? That also we should understand. Come over here. India has hired 2 lobbying firms in USA. Why this lobbying firms? See, lobbying firms are generally hired. This is not a new thing. When you have to sign a trade deal with USA, anything, they will hire those agencies which will act as an intermediary between the US government and Indian government. It's a normal thing. Since very long time, this is being done. India has hired 2 firms. India spends roughly 150,000 US dollar per month on lobbying. Lobbying means, please understand, this lobbying is not just what US only to sign deals. Modern lobbying involves even social media influence, creating opinions, selling narratives, setting up propaganda. Come on this side. Pakistan has hired 6 lobbying firms. And Pakistan is spending how much? 6 lakh US dollars per month. The moment our government made it very clear that USA did not call us, we ourselves, Pakistan called us because they called us, we told them, you contact the DGMO. Contact the DGMO on the Indian side. Ask the DGMO of Pakistan to contact the DGMO on the Indian side. Then we can think about this. Immediately they called. We halted operation. Suspended Operation Sindoor. It has not been dismissed. It has not ended. It is still an ongoing process. But because we put egg on Mr. Trump's face, Trump did not like it. So the lobbying agencies which were hired for the purpose, they started going full out in social media, telling that India lost. Pakistan was ready to crush India. US intervened and stopped it. What was US gain over there? Again, this fellow's craze behind what? Getting his, Nobel Peace Prize. China also silently supported it. What was the reason? China had sold their weapons to Pakistan. And all those weapons, be it the drones, be it the radars, were found to be totally useless against Indian weapon systems. So obviously what happened? China also kept quiet. China was like, let it happen. Let the narrative get sold. Chinese also encouraged it. A rare time where China, USA, Pakistan were all on the same page. Why? To put India back. To put India behind and to sell this narrative that Indian weapons are not good. This is the main reason. Understand. And again, when people say, oh, we are listening to USA, India had decided to reduce the Russian oil imports even before US placed sanctions. India, as soon as they saw that, oh, USA is acting overly, November month, we increased our imports from Russia. Get the point very clear. Even before USA had placed the sanctions on India, India had started reducing. But then as Trump was basically saying, they are scared. And Prime Minister Modi apparently went and stood there in front of, Trump. Sir, may I come and talk with you? Matlab kuch bhi. What did we do actually? As per the US Secretary of Trade or Commerce, entire deal was set to sign the free trade agreement between India and USA. Entire deal, everything was ready. Only condition from the US government side was that Prime Minister Modi should call Trump. Call never came. This, I am not telling from some pro-BJP media. This is the statement given by the US government official. Everything was set. Only one call was needed. Modi never called. Deal never got taken to the next thing. This fellow got even more frustrated. With that increased frustration, what he said now, 500% tariff, I am thinking about. Anybody taking oil from Russia. Got the logic here? Why is he going on punishing India? If India has been listening to USA, why is he going on punishing India? Why is he going on placing sanctions on India? Think about it the other way, right? I will punish you only when you don't listen to me. When you are listening to me, why will I punish you? Think. Just think. You don't take my word for this. Anything that I am saying here, you cross-check it. You cross-check it, verify it yourself. Think independently. Don't go by caste, religion, pro-BJP, anti-BJP. Doesn't make any sense. Because I have told this earlier also. Which is the cleanest party in the country currently? Congress. Why? Because whichever MLAs and MPs are there, corrupt MLAs and MPs on whom ED, Enforcement Directorate, had filed cases, they have all gone and joined BJP. That is politics for you. Indian politics for you. So no pro-BJP, no anti-Congress. No pro-Congress, no anti-BJP. Stay neutral. Understand that very clearly. Got the point here? So that is the answer for whatever you have asked. Now let us come back to our science and technology topic. So in science and technology, like I told you, fusion reaction is one where two light nuclei will combine together to form helium. Helium will combine to form carbon. Carbon will combine to form, maximum it will go till iron. After that, depending upon the mass of the sun, either it will become a white dwarf. It will burn and will become puss. It will get over. But if it is a huge giant sun, 1,000 times massive than the sun, very, very, very massive, then what will happen? It will form iron. Then it will again because of the immense mass, it will start compressing again. Then boom, one major supernova explosion will happen. That is almost like, the last jhatka before dying. One last dhamaka. That is the sun for you, or the stars outside there for you. Getting the point here? Whom to vote? That is your wish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, done. This is what happens. Now, the problem is what? We are advantage of a fusion reaction. Once it starts, it can keep going forever. Like I told you, 100, 200, whatever number of years, it can keep going. Most cleanest form of energy, because obviously, at least in theory, no nuclear waste, no greenhouse gas emissions. That is the advantage of what? Nuclear fusion reaction. Got the point? Now, what is the disadvantage? See, this entire reaction is happening inside the sun, where the pressure is very high, temperature is very high. Pressure and temperature, that whatever we are talking about, it is unimaginable here. How are we going to achieve that high pressure and high temperature at ground level? That is the issue here. Got the point? That is the issue. So what do? You will have to definitely invest heavy on energy, or you need to create a machinery where you can build this reaction at the ground level. So that is where we bring plasma into picture. Solid, liquid, gas, next is plasma. Plasma is that type of matter where it contains charged particles. Charged particles, basically, that means high, it will conduct electricity like anything. That is, even if I place this plasma inside a changing magnetic field, where magnetic field is changing, this plasma will slowly start burning. Why it will burn? When a magnetic field is changing, the same reason what is happening with your induction stove. Induction stove, those of you who have it, there will be some markings like this, correct? You are supposed to keep the vessel within this. Why? Below that only you have what? Below this marked area only you are having coil. The electric coil is there. As you give electricity to this, what happens? It generates a magnetic field. Because this electricity is AC, alternating current. When the current keeps on changing, alternating current will create alternating magnetic field. And because of this alternating magnetic field, again an alternating current will be there. Where is this current present? It is present inside the core of whatever vessel you are placing. Let us say this, inside this vessel you are having doodh. Shuddh desi doodh is there. If you would have noticed, when you put that vessel there, you put your finger. Mothers will be like, don't touch, shock will come. You keep it, nothing will happen. You can go make fun of your mother. Amma! You can do that. And chappal also will come flying at you, but take the risk. It's okay. What is happening there? The alternating current which is there in the core, it is inside the core. Mind you won't be able to see it. That is heating up the milk. That is heating up the milk. That is why it is very safe. Got the point here. The only condition is that you should keep only those vessels which are induction friendly. Induction friendly it should be. Silver, does it have magnetic properties, brother? Silver, gold, does it have magnetic properties? It has, I'm not denying it, but it is very, very low. Got the point here. Such as lightning, auroras, neon signs. Agreed. Got the point here. Plasma, it depends where it is coming from. If plasma is coming out in the form of a solar storm, Just from here, there is an explosion. Solar storm is generated. That storm, when it comes out, some explosions will happen. Patar, putar, patar. It is not like one nice orange color thing what you would have drawn in your kindergarten. It is going on blasting because you call it actually diagrammatically speaking, you call these what? Wonderfully. These are actually called dark spots. Dark spots placed in the sun, where actually solar storms are emitted. Highly charged particles are released. Plasma again. If that plasma comes and hits our satellites, don't worry, everything will get fried. What is protecting our satellite? Earth's magnetic field, because that is acting like a counter. So how this will actually look in reality is, this is Earth. Earth's magnetic field is there. That is Earth's magnetic field. These solar storms that comes, it will come like this. Northern and southern region, slightly the weakness of magnetic field is present. Here basically, in these regions, you will basically experience what? Aurora lights. Northern and southern lights. It is basically the plasma coming and interacting with the atmosphere as well as little bit of the magnetic field, because of which you see that bluish green lights in the sky. You won't see that probably in other parts. In Uttarakhand, it was briefly observed. Briefly, it was observed there in Uttarakhand region. Got the point here? Clear? Through Chaurasia, you're spamming the whole YouTube comment section. Don't do it. There are people who are seriously sitting and preparing. All right. Clear, people? All right. This is what is happening. Our magnetic field is protecting us. Now we are trying to achieve this at the ground level. What do you mean by this green walled density limit? Briefly, it was experienced at a high level. Why in Uttarakhand means again atmospheric changes, solar emissions coming out, interaction, charged particles, the same reason only. Ladakh also, correct? Arey. Through Chaurasya, you are going on giving Baddua to other people. I give you a Baddua right now. May you never succeed in anything in life. May you always continue to be a burden for other people. Okay? Now, that is the only thing to do for such people. Other than that, nothing I can do now. I wish that that happens with you. Anyway, Green wall density limit. What is this green wall density limit? Green wall density limit simply means how much of plasma can I pack in a reactor? Normally, in a nuclear reactor, when you talk about normal fission nuclear reactor, the word is criticality. Criticality means now the nuclear reactions will start, and that nuclear reaction will continue for the next 25 or 30 years. Okay, it will continue for next 25 or 30 years. Correct. So, 25, 30 years, it will go continuously. That means you don't have to again keep supplying the fuel. Say, for example, others just ignore him, leave it. He has never received any attention from his family, so he is looking for attention here. Okay. Ignore these people. That is the only thing to do. These are your nuclear rods. And this is what you call control rod. These three things. Control rod means I need to control the reaction. So I'll expose the nuclear fuel only to a limited level. But once it becomes self-sustaining, I don't have to do anything. Little by little only I need to control the reactor. I mean, the control rod. It will keep going on. So achieving criticality is very important because you need to expose it only at the right level. At the right level, you need to expose it so that the reaction continues. Got the point? In the case of a fusion reactor, it is Greenwald density limit. What do you mean by that? It simply means how much, what should be the plasma density. What do you mean by plasma density here? Sometimes I really wish I should contact my cyber friends and get a few people arrested also. But finally, when I see that it is some uneducated, unemployed fellow sitting in some village area, then I let go of it. What else to do? Leave. Where was I, by the way? How much of plasma density will you pack in the reactor? How many of you know, or how many of you eaten donut? Donut, highly unhealthy thing, correct? Basically, vada. Indian version is vada. American version is the very sweet, high on calorie, absolutely useless for the human body. Okay, so imagine a vada or a donut. Okay. Inside this, how much amount of fusion materials can I pack? Now, anybody will say, pack as much as possible. Good, right? No. Too much if it is, nuclear fusion reaction will stop because the thing will collapse. Too much I shouldn't pack. Too less also I cannot pack because too less means reaction won't happen. Ulunnu vada, correct. Absolutely, chemistry applies with every reactor. This is like a basic minimum condition. Actually, this is the most critical part to know how much plasma I should pack in it. And plasma is what? High charge particles. So bottom line is this much. Achieving plasma state itself is not possible, not easy. Why? High electricity you need. High temperature, high pressure you need to generate it. Then I have to again pass electric current to it so that it will start undergoing fusion. So what has China done so far? China has managed to achieve a nuclear fusion reaction for a few seconds. That's it. Few seconds, that nuclear fusion they were able to maintain. That is the thing. one of the most important, all right, one of the most important nuclear fusion reaction experiment is right now happening inside France. ITER. All right. International Thermonuclear Experiment Reactor, it is ITER in France. Everybody is involved in it. Everybody in the sense, USA is there, European Union is there, Russia is there, China is there, India is there. All the major countries are contributing towards that project. Nuclear fusion reactors are donut shaped. Don't forget that. This is the shape. Poloidal magnetic field, central solenoid, outer poloidal field coil, helical magnetic field, toroidal field, plasma electric current. All this means what? You are trying to generate as much heat here as possible using magnetic fields alone. Because magnetic field, like I told you, alternating magnetic field, wherever it is there, you will have what? Alternating current. And wherever alternating current is there, you will have heat. Sir, one is telling in YouTube, Krish ka gana sune. Arey yaar. Subha Meena. Suhana Meena. Suhana, it is not fusion reaction that takes place inside a nuclear weapon. Easiest reaction to achieve in the world is nuclear fission reaction. I take a very nuclearly powerful material, either uranium, plutonium, cesium, thorium, any one of these metals, elements. These are all radioactive. Heavy metal will give out radiation and it will become lighter. That is what happens there, a fission reaction. Got the point here? This is the idea. Vanshika, ignore. You need to see only my face, right? Only when you have to ask a question, you shoot it there. Maximize your screen and keep. I don't want to minimize the comment section of YouTube for the only reason that in case any important question comes, only for that. And I'm telling you people, see, our life, yes, we are the deciding factors of our life. But if we irritate others for no reason, nobody has harmed you, people who have never harmed you, either by word or by karma, you irritate them, you are gaining negativity. All that negativity will come to you later as bad luck. So don't worry. In logon ka, is type ki jan ka, they will face miserable things in their life. They are in queue. Karma will take care of them. Wait. We may not see it. They will experience it. That's enough. Getting the point here? Absolutely, Gunjan. It is the same reaction that happens there. So in all these cases, nuclear fission, that is nuclear for electricity plus medical purposes. It is nuclear fission again. For weapons grade, missiles, etc., it is nuclear fission again. Got the point here? This is the idea. Clear? Absolutely, Pramod. Look at our sun. Look at the energy that it is releasing. Steadily releasing energy for these many years, right? Definitely, it is very, very high. Nuclear fission reaction, etc. Obviously, if you're talking about a bomb, etc., means today's nuclear weapons are able to destroy, let us say, 100 Hiroshimas or 100 Nagasaki. Got the point? That much powerful nuclear weapons we have today. But still, it is nothing compared to what? Sun's energy. Alright? That is all this article is about. You can go and read it. The next article is about that Supreme Court denying bail to those two people who are basically telling that Northeast ko kaat denge, India tera tukde kar denge. All of that wonderful, wonderful sentences they were uttering to those two people. So what are the important observations made by the Supreme Court, which conveniently the Hindu paper as usual didn't report anywhere in the front page. Front page in full bold headline. Oh my God, for Sharjeel and for that other fellow, I don't know what his name, Umar or something. Bail has been denied, blah, blah, blah. Again, article, oh my God, this is against article, blah, blah, blah. All that they started writing. All right. I hope the world treats you like the way you treated us. Sincerely from the bottom of my heart. All right. You get the same amount of luck. You get blessed the same way like you blessed us with your presence. Coming back. So what did the Supreme Court find here? All right. What did the Supreme Court find? First thing is, just because so the trial of their case is yet to go for trial. Okay, they have been arrested, they are in jail. 6 years, nearly 6 years now they are in jail. Trial is yet to start. And this is what everybody have been saying. Trial has not yet started and they are still in jail. Normally, let me tell you, there is a certain time limit. That is, you are sitting in jail, trial is yet to start. Normally, bail is given. Getting the point here? Normally, bail is given. That is, bail is generally the rule, jail is the exception. Okay, that is how Indian judiciary functions. Bail is the rule, jail is the exception. But what did Supreme Court say? Charges against you are of a severe nature under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Section 43D of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act reaffirmed as imposing high threshold for bail. So this is not like any normal case. This is not like any normal case. This is under Unlawful UAPA Act. So what is the logic there? Your bail condition also will be kept very high. Again, people are like, but no, this is not the way to treat, etc., etc. How can to utilize this article in exam? That will depend on the question Vladimir put in. That is, if at all a question comes on UAPA Act, it can come in GS paper 3 under internal security, it can come. Does UAPA Act contradict, or even in polity paper, does it violate article 14? No. UAPA Act is very, very clear. If you are doing activities against the country, then obviously your bail conditions will be very high. That is very clear. Law is very clear on that. But that is not the funny part here. The funny part which most media and everybody silently covered up. What is that? Trial court records indicated prosecution readiness to proceed at various stages. That means prosecution side, that is from the government side, government was ready to start the trial. Then multiple procedural objections were raised by the accused. That means who is delaying the trial process, start of the trial? The accused only. Why are they not starting it? See, how much our social media tries to whitewash it, video is there where they are telling it very clearly. Cut off Northeast. Bangladesh now this had happened when a few years back, 6 years ago, correct? 2019. What did Bangladesh interim president say? Cut off Northeast. China, come, take Northeast. वो या थाली में रखा है आपके लिए, लेने के लिए. As I have said earlier, you will find liberals in the rest of India. You will find patriots in Northeast. Chhu kar dekh. If you are so much of courage, if you have, please go try touching Northeastern people. They will make keem out of you. So do you think this is a coincidence? 2019 May, these idiots basically say that they'll cut off Northeast. And 2025, last year basically, UNIS is going on telling, take away Northeast, take away Northeast. That means what? This is planned. This is a planned attack on the sovereign territory of India. Understand, this cannot be coincidence. 6 years ago, what these idiots said. 6 years later, what is this new idiot from Bangladesh is telling? How is it that it is one and the same? That means there are external and internal forces inside India and outside, that is, are there, who wants to destroy Indian territory, Indian government, India's peace and security and tranquility. And if I am really innocent, $1 million question. If I am really innocent, what will I say? Start the trial at the earliest. Correct? Why will I delay it? Procedural objections. That is what they have been highlighting. They are not actually telling that evidence is wrong, that evidence is malified evidence, that evidence is doctored evidence. That they are not telling. They are telling that how can they bring this case here? This case you cannot bring it to this court. That you have to take it to the other court. No. Prosecution cannot file the case like this. Prosecution has to do it like this. They are delaying it maximum. Then using that delay, they want to claim bail and come out so that they can further destroy the country. Take Munira, this is your answer. Accused are delaying the case. I am not telling it. This is the recordical observation made by the Honorable Supreme Court of our country. Don't come to me. He is supporting of BJP. Court basically found this. And I will tell you one thing. It is the oldest trick in the book. When I know it very well that I have committed a crime, first thing that I will do is I will delay it as much as possible. Delay the trial as much as possible. As the trial takes more and more time, then what will I do? I'll apply for bail. Now I will walk out. Then I will probably bribe the prosecution, etc. Delay further. Keep pushing the trial. If I have the money for it. If I have the resources for it. Got the point here? Very true, Praveen. Join the club. And I agree with that. Clear with this, people? That is what this is about. AI and its impact on environment. See, this is again 2 articles I'm going to connect it here. That is, my CCA batch will be knowing it. We have to understand on one thing. AI is not exactly environment friendly. Why? Because they use GPU. What is GPU? Graphics Processing Unit. CPU, Central Processing Unit, which normally does small things. Word document, watching a movie, etc. GPU is like even more a heavier processor. It needs even more bigger processor where it can process more data, more information. Got the point here? More data, more information. Obviously, what does it mean? It will generate even more heat. So you'll have to keep cooling it. For cooling it, what do you need? Water. For this much of processing capacity, what do you need? You need electricity. And on top of it, for AI, you need again what? Rare earth elements. So when you add everything, it literally means what? AI is not actually useful. In terms of environment, I'm talking. Environment ke taraf se. Got the point here? It is not at all useful. That is one more reason why most of the US-based companies, they are setting up their data centers, sir. Wonderful inside India. Why? Environmental laws are pathetic here. Look at Aravalli Hills. Best example. Correct. Environmental laws are pathetic here. Many data centers are going to come over here. In a country where we are already facing with what? Acute groundwater shortage, drinking water shortage. Very recently only in Indore we saw, water getting mixed with the sewage water and people dying. in such a country, data centers are going to be set up. Why it is not happening in USA? Because in USA, it is not like in India. In India, say for example, Bangalore elections are now civic elections. I'm talking about municipality elections will start now. Now, after a gap of 8 or 9 years. In USA, it is not like that. Local level elections are held pakka on time. And if people say no, means it is a no. In around 4 cities, people basically said no. No data centers will be allowed here. So Google's data center, where is it coming? India. Amazon's, India. Almost all the data, because one more reason is that we have kept a condition now. That is, whichever business you are in. You are into Amazon, you are Microsoft, you are Samsung, you are Apple, you are Maestro, MasterCard, Visa card, credit card, whatever. All the data or information of Indians has to be kept inside India. You cannot collect Indians' information and go and keep it in USA. So, data center investment will happen in India, whether we like it or not. This, along with AI generated data, means we are easily looking at what? Some $50 billion, 30, close to $30 billion investments will happen by 2030, and it will only keep on increasing. It will only keep on increasing. For Indians, for a government, what it is, that many dollars will come here, investments will happen, growth in economy, agreed. But what about the environmental cost? Humongous. Huge it will be. That means whatever water shortage we are facing, this is nothing. Wait till these data centers start coming up. We are going to face issues like anything. Getting the point here? 2021 UNESCO released recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence. The UNESCO recommendations are non-binding. See, in these type of content, only 2 things to see here. Correct? What are those 2 things? Any data is given, any report name is given. So here if you see, 2021 UNESCO released recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence. These are those names where even in an exam hall, you cannot hazard a guess. Reading this name, recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence, you will never be able to guess UNESCO has released it. Correct? In any other body, it can be. If you look at the other 4 options, you will never be able to guess, oh, UNESCO released this. You won't be able to know. That is what you need to look out for. Obviously, Sudhanshu, that is the only reason. You need money. From where are we going to get development? From where will we create employment? As it is, whoever is passing out, I'm telling you, BTech passed out, medicine passed out, lawyers, law graduates, engineering graduates, now medical graduates. Medical graduates, see, you cleared MBBS, you're already doing your post-graduation. You simply put a board outside, you will get one or the other patient. And if you are a decent enough doctor, you know your fundamentals, you will get patients, you will get. Because obviously, everywhere in India, you will find sick people. You will make your money. Then lawyers, chartered accountants. These are the people who actually come to, send their messages to me, telling that they want to prepare for UPSC. Why? An unstable private sector. Private sector has become very unpredictable these days. Corporate lawyers you talk about, engineering jobs you talk about. Why? Even medical field is unpredictable. Starting salary of doctors today are hardly 40-50,000. This is after you finish your MBBS and MD. 50,000. And what is the working hours? 16 hours, 14 hours. That is already you spend that much amount of your time studying. Now only for 40,000, 50,000, who will go and work? By the time you need to see that 6-digit figure in your bank account, you would have crossed 35, 40 years. So everybody is coming to what? Government job. Can government just sit, okay, let everybody come for government job? No. You have to have alternate options here in private sector. Otherwise, again, civic unrest. Every year, imagine only few people are getting into the government job. I'm talking not just about UPSC, entirely. Overall percentage, if you see, people who are getting employed, literally getting employed, that is less than 5% of all applicants. I'm not just talking about government job. I'm talking about every field. Cricket you talk about, football you talk about, movies you talk about, politics you talk about, anything you talk about, it is less than 5%. That is a success rate in any field. UPSC, it is one more higher level. It is less than 1%. Chalo. But other than that, you tell me. Is there any field where we have a success rate of at least 10%? Not a single field is there in entire planet Earth. So what can the government do? Government can only improve the private sector. That's the only option there. When I was doing my engineering, or rather when I was in school and all, government job was not actually, government job was there, craze was there. But back then it was IT field. You get into an IT field, earn lakhs together in salary, 21, 22, I mean back then 50,000 and all used to be the starting rate, 30,000, 40,000. I'm talking about 2000, early 2000. Early 2000, 40, 50,000 means today it is more than 1.5 lakh, easily. Got the point here? So back then that salary was there. So it was all about, okay, get into a nice college, engineering college, mind you. Get placed, start earning 40, 50,000. By 23, 24, give advance for a flat and start paying its EMI. By 25, 26, get married. 27, 28, have kids. 29, 30, get divorced. Complete life by 30 years. Done. This was the logic. Now that is not the case. Occasionally we hear, now very recently also we heard somebody, what is it? Got 2.6 crore package. Correct? Now definitely, many parents will immediately start pushing their children for IIT JEE. My son also should get 3 crore package. Son is interested in doing Badal Barsa Kicholi. Got the point? So all those are rarity. That 2.6 crore fellow also, he had not taken a single day leave. He has not taken an off day. He has been working hard, really hard, solving as many computer programs as possible. Because of his subject knowledge only, they gave him that much of, package. So those are rarity. So it is the responsibility of the government to ensure that there is a thriving private sector here. Otherwise, a disgruntled, youthful crowd who are unemployed, who are not getting job, whose dignity is being threatened, they'll pour onto the street, government will fall. Got the logic here? So whenever government says economics and environment, in our country, they'll try to grab economics only, because they will be like, if I start protecting the environment, what am I going to do with this 147 crore people in my country? Got the point here? What will I do with the 147 crore? I have to answer them. Got the picture here? India has not yet formally recognized the environmental cost of developing artificial intelligence models. Surprise, surprise. हमारा बेटा होने वाला है, इसके लिए कौन सा? That is there. Leave. So, the point here is, India does not have a proper regulation even for AI. Even for AI, India does not have any proper regulation. India is like, jab kuch hadsa ho jayega, then we will see. When some major disaster occurs, then we will think about it. That is our policy. Getting the point here. Salman Khan, Chiranjeevi, Amitabh Bachchan, Abhishek Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai, and again countless other superstars had to literally go to the court to secure their personality rights. One more addition now to Article 21, right to life and personal liberty. Right to personality. My personality is my private property. Nobody can use it. So they had to take the help of the court. Why? Because government had never made any law. There are multiple countries out there. I think it was Denmark. I think this is, I'm telling from my memory. Please cross check it. Denmark basically passed a rule saying that no person, living or dead, their image or their voice or their physique can be used in AI generated videos. Getting the point here? Whether person is alive, whether the person is dead, neither their voice, their face, or their physique, all the three shouldn't be used for any AI generated videos. All right, that is the logic. Clear? To all the students here, please, for the love of God, stop entertaining that fellow. Let him do it. Let him do it. I'm telling you again and again, until and unless you have a specific question to ask, you maximize your screen and ignore the chat section. Please understand that. Use your brains. All right? Correct. There is a fluid which dielectric fluid to cool computers. Why should we use it? As you answered it already, Uttang, to cool the computer system. Otherwise, the heat will burn the circuits. Correct. Are yaar, two people will never learn. EIA are typically conducted for infrastructure and natural resource projects. What is environmental impact assessment? Environmental impact assessment means you are going to see what is the impact on environment because of an infrastructure project. Where and in along with the environmental cost, you will also see what are the social costs involved. This is again a Supreme Court ruling. That is okay. You are basically going to set up a project. People are living in that area. You have to take the people over there, shift them to another place. And you will have to what? You will have to give them alternate housing. There is a cost involved for it. Clear? There is a cost involved for it. How much is that social cost of rehabilitating the people? That also needs to be calculated. Correct? This is generally done for which and all projects? Infrastructure and natural resource projects. That is mining. What is it? Drilling, oil, etc., natural gas, etc., all of that. All right. Just a minute, people. We'll try. The thing is, Are Sareen Ansari, Anilom Vinilom. Mahesh ji, there are two people who are constantly spamming in YouTube. One is Dhruv Chaurasya123 and the other is some Goat Warriors 7. Yeah, जरा वो प्लीज स्पैम जरा प्लीज वो यूट्यूब कमेंट सेक्शन पे के ऊपर ध्यान दे दीजिए. कहीं से भी फालतू का हाँ फालतू का अभी भी आ रहा है. हाँ, अगर प्लीज कीप अ वॉच ऑन द यूट्यूब कमेंट सेक्शन. अगर कोई आलतू फालतू का कमेंट आ रहा है प्लीज इमीडिएटली ब्लॉक कर दीजिए. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच. आई विश द वर्स्ट फॉर यू. दया नहीं बेटा, तेरा जिंदगी बर्बाद हो जाए. हाउ आई मिस ऑफलाइन मैन. Have only IT Act and also IT 26 comes, it will be good. Let it come. Aane do pehle, Shiva. Once it comes only, we can basically deal with this. All right. So that is the other point. Moving on. Then the rest of the article, it is just general points that they can do this, they can do that, we can do this, we can do that. Nothing concrete. हम ये कर सकते हैं, वो कर सकते हैं. That you shouldn't take down. Why? I will tell you. Those are the author's assumptions and presumptions. When you give a suggestion in your answer, always remember, it should be based on a government report. It should be based on a committee report of the parliament. or it should be based on, let us say, some international practices like how we discussed about Denmark or how you told about Australia, those things. You shouldn't say, we can do this, we can do that. You are not supposed to give your ideas, your suggestions. Got the point? You're not supposed to give your ideas, your suggestions. Clear? Now coming to the next part. So that is AI wahan tak. What is AI's impact on Indian jobs in USA? That let us see. Silicon Valley employs approximately 250,000 high technology workers. 20 to 25% of Silicon Valley's technology workforce originate from India. That is 25% means 1 by, or 20% means 1 by 5. 1/5 of 250,000 means we are looking at a number 50,000 Indians are employed. Entry-level technology jobs in Silicon Valley have been significantly reduced due to artificial intelligence adoption. Approximately 30% of Indian origin technology workers are concentrated in entry-level roles. 50,000 is the total. 30% of it means 15,000. That means 15,000 jobs will be lost for Indians in USA because AI is coming. अब ये 15,000 भी कहाँ आएगा? Where will this 15,000 go? They will also come back. Don't you judiciary is a bit slow? Are in India everything is slow. What is fast here? Straight away prelims point. National Improvised Explosive Device Data Management System. Launched as a digital platform to cover all incidents since 1999. What incidents? All the bomb blasts that have taken place in the country since 1999. Has a good image of India, but only people in the country knows how politics, laws, everything is taken. How the Indians are living in. Isn't this concerning? Nothing is concerning Vijay Krishna. Vijay Krishna Rajiv. No, why it is concerning? Trust me, if I have a better opportunity, I will leave. I will also leave the country. Why will I not leave? Bharat Mata ki jai. Bharat Mata, keep it there aside. My first priority is towards my family. I don't want to be Mahatma Gandhi, becoming the father of the nation and being a useless father to my own children. I mean, child now. Why will I do that? It is concerning that Indians are. Let them leave, man. That much less population, that much less competition. For everything, air, water, jobs, houses, road, car, metro, bus. You want to stand like this where somebody's face or somebody's stomach is on your face, coming like this? Who wants it? Arey yaar. आप स्क्रीनशॉट मत शेयर करो. आप देख रहे हैं ना, पढ़ सकते हैं ना. यू कैन स्टॉप मी, यू कैन स्टॉप मी. आप देख रहे हो ना, बंद करो ऐसे. हाँ बोलिए. ओ माय गॉड. अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है ठीक है. फाइन फाइन फाइन. चलो. People, I am requesting you. The concerned person does not have direct access. It will take some time before this person is blocked. Mr. BBEO, last warning for you. If I really go mad means, I will ensure that I'll put a cyber case against you. Trust me. And I'll put it here in Bangalore. You will, wherever you are, from there, you will have to come here. I'll make you fall on my feet. Last and final warning. I have one last nerve, you're getting on it. The only thought process that I'm letting go is because probably I'm sure you are some dash and dash sitting unemployed. You're useless to your family, you're useless to everybody around you. So that is the only reason. Anyway. Oof. All incidents since 1999. all the bomb blasts. Entire evidence of it or data about it in National Improvised Explosive Device Data Management System. Headquartered at where? Manesar. Accessible only to police and forces, not for us. National Security Guard is the lead post-blast authority. It will be managed and handled entirely by NSG. Got the point here? So, that is there. That is true. Actually, I have an offer from Bhutan to teach there. Actually, I do have. So, let us see. Very good, very good, very good. Correct, 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 correct. Nenu mi Telugu abbai. Very good. Clear. Energy, solar panels and biofuel. This article also basically what it is trying to tell is, I will explain it in diagram. 99% of global biofuel use is used for road transport. Biofuels currently supply around 4% of global transport energy demand. Land used specifically for biofuels is estimated at approximately 32 million hectares. 32 million hectares of land is required for what? For growing biofuels. I mean, you cannot grow biofuel. From where is biofuel obtained? Sugarcane, cereals, rice, wheat. From there, you can convert all that material into what? Biofuel. But if you really need to meet all the energy demands, currently, it is at 32 million hectares, currently it is being grown. What the author is telling is, if 32 million hectares were used for solar power, annual electricity generation could reach 32,000 terawatt hours. 32 million hectares being used for biofuel generation because that much of land is required to grow these crops, be it sugarcane, be it any form of cereal that you talk about. But instead of that, what he's telling is, if you have 32 million hectares, you put solar power panels there, it will generate 32,000 terawatt hours. 32,000 terawatt hours, if you actually look at it, current global electricity generation in 2024 was about 31,000 terawatt hours. Means what? The land what you are using, 32 million hectares, to generate biofuel, if you actually use it for solar electricity, what will happen? You will have, it will generate how much? 32,000 terawatt hours, which is more than the energy that was utilized in 2024. We can have as much electricity as possible from solar power. Exactly. Thank you, Akila. 7,000 terawatt per hour is required to power all the global cars and trucks. In other words, what the author is trying to say is, let us not waste our time in generating biofuel. Ulta, what we will do? Ulta, we will generate, let us invest in solar energy. Very valid point asked by Sai Kumar Desavatu. Cost is obviously high, but it is only initial investment, right? Afterwards, you need not worry. Afterwards, you need not worry. The other point again is, again, the land is reducing, right? Land size, you are replacing, fine. The crop area where crops were being grown, let us put solar power panels there. But that is again going to create what? That is again going to create trouble. All right. Correct. Electricity through thunder. Kya Shiva? Thunder, how long does it stay? Another article again. Like I told you, in November month, we were solar power panel harming the ozone layer. There is no clear evidence for it. Those months before September in weekly class. Weekly classes, weekly class, Mohit. Wouldn't that cause solar flux like the California syndrome? It can cause. It can cause. I'm not at all denying it. The solar flux, what? Who has asked that? Krish has asked that. Solar flux simply means you go on keep panels. Okay. In the Californian deserts, they kept panels basically in a circle-like shape. They kept it so that rising sun, setting sun, forenoon, afternoon, noon, in any angle, you can capture the sun's rays, generate electricity. But from ground, when you see it, okay, it looks like one big frying pan has been kept on the ground, which is generating heat. Because these are black in color. This will not only absorb radiation, but it will reflect the heat also. Glass is there. That glass and the combined black effect, it is still emitting radiations out. That combined heat there, what has happened? Small birds, when they come across this area, their wings are burnt. Their feathers are burnt. They come crashing to the ground. They hit the solar power panels. And like they have mentioned, you have to go and keep cleaning it. Correct. Correct. Algae-based biofuels, it will come. It will help in reducing. But algae-based biofuels cost again is very high. Extraction cost. Correct, Suman. Agriculture will give food as well as this thing. See, what the author is basically telling, the land, any which way you have diverted it for biofuel. Some portion of land, you have diverted it for biofuel generation. Why are you diverting it for biofuel? Why don't you use it? Solar power panels there. That is the question. Clear? All right. I read somewhere, solar creates hole in ozone layer. Is it true or false? To the best of my knowledge, I'm hearing it for the first time. Because ozone layer depletion is directly caused by greenhouse gases or potentially your sulfur hexafluoride refrigerants, what you coolants, what you use inside air conditioners and coolers, then NOx, sulfur dioxide, all of this, they are the ones to cause it. Solar power panel, I'm keeping it at ground level. Ozonic depletion is happening at the tropospheric level, higher level. Okay, higher level it is happening. This is at the ground level. There is no link between the two as far as I know. All right. Coming to this. So like I told you earlier, from Russia, we have again started importing. We initially, even before US placed sanctions on us, we had started reducing it. Then Trump started acting overly. Interestingly enough, in November month, we increased our imports from Russia, whatever oil we were buying from Russia. Now, once again, Trump has threatened with a 500% tariff. Will it happen or not? All right. Okay, Shamas. Ozone depleting substances, correct? So, now what is the thing? If India stops importing oil from Russia, will it affect us much? Not really much. Why? Look at the prices. 480 to 23. This is Russian oil. This is US oil. Average price paid by India is around 498. That means even if you say 523 also, this is hardly what? $25 more. Not a big deal. Not much of a big deal, because currently if you look at the prices also, global oil prices, it is expected it will hit 80 to 90. India's oil imports from Russia reached a 6-month high in November 2025. It is expected that oil prices will again go down below 80, and there is a chance that it may even hit 60. Oil prices will still go down. Correct? Agreed with you, Brijesh Kumar. Oil prices will again go down. With reducing oil prices, it doesn't matter whether we are buying it from Russia or buying it from USA, because internationally the prices are low. And let us say, Venezuelan oil also, USA takes it, USA starts, harnessing it or selling it or whatever. They start doing it. What will happen? Already international price is low. and you increase the supply, what will happen? Global oil prices will crash again. It will crash. Got the point here? Some companies will get shut down. Private companies especially. Saudi companies and all don't expect it to shut down because they are all controlled by the government. But other private companies based out in other places, they will get shut down because they won't be able to sell oil at that low price. Got the point here? How oil price depreciate? Oil price depreciate because there is no demand. Right now, global demand itself is very, very less. Global economy is down right now. That is the main reason. Global economy is down. People have no interest in buying vehicle or going for long drive and travel. Trade has reduced. So automatically what will happen? Demand is less. Supply is more. Prices will crash. Definitely, Kaushik Cherry. Later it will be very, very possible. Now at the current prices of these solar modules or electric battery, etc., it is a little difficult. But eventually, with improvement in technology, it will come down. Are not getting any benefit from it even after adding ethanol. Prathamesh Kanungo. I will tell you the main reason for that is close to, let us say we are paying around 100, and so here in Bangalore, if you are going for the normal petrol, let us say 104 rupees. More than 50% of it is nothing but tax. More than 50% of the price. Why is it so? Per center and state, both have a good share in it. There was a slight discussion that let us bring petrol products, petrol and diesel under this thing. What? Under GST. States did not agree. It's not that center was ready to do it. No, center also was not ready, but center decided to put the ball in state's court. Why? Economy is down. Economy is really down. For most of the states, one of their major source of income, be it state government, be it central government, it comes from where? Petrol and diesel taxes. What else? That is the main reason. They don't want to let go of their income, because if that is also not there, they won't be able to survive. On the other side, if I keep petrol and diesel prices, let us say at 50 or 60 rupees, ideally that should have been the price, by the way. 50 or 60 rupees I keep, petrol or diesel prices. Then which guy will go and buy an electric vehicle? Who will buy it? Nobody will buy. So 2 units or 3 units of electricity is all that is needed to charge electric scooter fully, which will come to what? How much it will come to? Max to max. Not even 100 rupees. Not even 100. It won't even touch 100. And how much distance I can go? I can go up to 180 or 200 kilometers. Why will I not use it? The incentive is for people to actually keep buying electric vehicles. And the only way to do is what? Make petrol and diesel costly so that people will eventually go for, at least within the city, they will go for what? Electric vehicle. Clear? I did not understand your question. Nenu me Telugu. I did not understand. Taking it further forward. Article 6 Paris Climate Treaty. This was a previous year question actually. So what is Article 6 largely about? It talks about carbon credits. What is carbon credit? Carbon credit specifically means, let us say I invested in, let us say planting 1,000 trees. 1,000 trees I planted, or I invested in 100% EV vehicle, 100% EV, electric vehicle, whatever, or hydrogen, whatever, anything where greenhouse gas emissions are reduced. Definitely everything will become problem one day. I invested in any of this. So because I planted trees or because I invested in EV, what happens now? I will be given a carbon credit. What is this carbon credit? It is certificate mean. The certificate means that because I planted 1,000 trees, it was able to reduce the carbon dioxide, because each tree, let us say one tree reduces 1 kilo of carbon dioxide. So 1,000 trees will reduce 1,000 kilogram. So I will get a carbon credit certificate that I have basically reduced carbon dioxide by this much. So I have been awarded 10 credits. 10 credits have been given to me. Now that certificate I have, what is the use? I will tell you. Let us say there is another person. Let us say Abhinaya is there. Abhinaya is running a factory. Okay. Abhinaya is running a factory. But the problem with that factory is it is very, very polluting, releasing all types of gases. Abhinaya has two choices. Either invest on high-end technologies. High-end technologies means which will make the exhaust more efficient, lesser type harmful gases are released, filtration, carbon precipitation, electrostatic, filtration, all these modern technologies she will have to invest in. That is like a huge cost. So instead, what can she do? She will buy this carbon certificate from me. She will buy some credits from me. I can. So how is the price of this decided? So let us say she wants 2 credits. I will basically say, okay, 1 credit. I can basically demand, I need 1 crore at least. 1 credit means 1 crore. So basically, she will start thinking, Abhinaya will start thinking, okay, 1 crore, he's asking for 1 credit. If I have to invest on this machinery, that is around 10 crore or 20 crore. No need. I will take it from him. But you must understand that 1 credit, what she bought from me, basically means now 1 credit she bought. She bought 2 credits only. She paid 2 crore and bought 2 credits from me. She can use it for 1 year maximum. Why? With those 2 credits, what is happening? What has really happened is her pollution will remain as it is. No doubt about it. But what has happened? She has invested in clean energy technology. Correct? By buying the credits from me, she has invested in clean energy. And what did I gain? I got money. What did she gain? She got some more time to keep continuing polluting the environment. That is the reality. I know, but the pollution will remain as it is, right? Absolutely true. This is for that 1 year. Next year again she will come, because that credit system has a time period. Again she will come to buy credits from me. But this time what has happened? There is Harshita, there is Ishika, there is Sanjana, Yashwant, Vijay Krishna. Multiple polluters are there who are wanting carbon credit. Now carbon credit, everybody wants it. Now what will happen? Demand is huge, price shoots up. It becomes 10 crore for 1 credit, 20 crore for 2 credit. Now Abhinaya will think, 20 crore I have to pay for carbon credit, that too only for 1 year. Same 20 crore if I invest on clean technologies, I will be able to, at least for another 10-15 years, I can run these factories in the most cleanest manner. So what will I do now? I will invest in that. This is the idea behind carbon credit. This was the main component inside the Paris Treaty. Initially, it was known as Clean Development Mechanism. Clean development. Same thing only. The principle is the same. Today, they have made it very, very clear. What is this carbon credit? How does it work? Limits, etc. Everything has been placed. Clear? Simply if we buy oil from Russia, but US increase tariff to India, how it is possible? US is increasing tariff not on the oil that we are buying from Russia. US is increasing tariff on the goods that we are exporting to USA. Get the point here. We are buying oil from Russia. USA is telling, don't buy. I am like, I'll keep buying. What will you do? So what happens when we next time when we send Alfonso mango to USA? What should be probably $5 or $6 per kilo of mango? They'll start getting sold at $12 or $15. Logistics cost, transportation cost, all of that. Same mango, let us say it is going from Pakistan. Or maybe it is going from other varieties of mangoes are going from other Southeast Asian countries, which are available for $4, $5. What will happen? People will stop buying Indian mango because it is expensive. People will start buying only other countries' mango. So what will happen? Our export market will suffer. That is the logic. Clear? How will it affect? There is nothing to affect and all. It is just a commitment. And these commitments are not, binding and all. Nationally determined it is. India can decide how much they want to do. Paris Agreement crediting mechanism under Article 6.4 was adopted at Conference of the Parties 29. That is COP 29. It means that particular meeting it was adopted. Article 6.4 replaced the Clean Development Mechanism with a more transparent and globally aligned crediting framework. General points these are. India's engagement under Article 6 enables access to climate-aligned finance and deeper international partnership. That is the only thing. You can build partnerships. You can even get developed nations to invest in green energy projects in developing countries. This is the point. Clear, people? For USA, we are the biggest market. No, Mohit. Not exactly. USA is not exactly an export surplus nation. USA is an import surplus nation. They are the largest buyer on planet Earth. Understand that very clearly. For USA, Indian market, if you really see, that comes from our service sector, IT services. If we put taxes on that, what will happen? All the Google, Apple, everybody will start going where? They will go to Southeast Asian countries, other Southeast Asian countries. Whatever unemployment we are having right now, it will shoot up even more, double or triple of it. CM connect to work is a strategic move or not, I think. क्या पूछ रहे हो यार? Such a ridiculous where you are going Delhi for event. I have no idea which area it is. They have not informed us. You can buy how many you want, but there is a time limit for it. It is not that once it is bought, now I can pollute how much ever I want. That you cannot do. There is a time limit. The carbon credit is only for this much of time. Once the time period is over, again you will have to buy it. That is the point here. Clear? Now coming to this whole thing, again last week you would have saw this whole thing that some Ka Panchayat in Rajasthan told that smartphones should not be used by women, blah, blah, blah. But let us look at the gender disparity here. 80.7% in rural India, men use smartphone. Women, it is only 48.45%. That means there is a gender disparity here. And it also means there is a huge untapped market in India when it comes to smartphone, e-commerce sector or any service sector which is based out of internet. Coming to smartphone usage among adolescents, 32.2 boys, 26.9%. 14 to 16. Rural Rajasthan, it is 42. Girls, it is 34. Clear, people? Currency appreciate, import increases, correct? Which batch is best for English medium UPSC? Depends on what you want. Coming to news in short, very quickly. Equality and neighborhood schools under right to education. Equality must begin in schools. Neighborhood schools obligated to admit children from weaker and disadvantaged section. Supreme Court of India, state government, etc. etc. What is this about? So basically, schools apparently, they denied children within that area itself from entering and studying there. Very poor children, very poor, from very poor socioeconomic background. Case went all the way up to Supreme Court. I mean, obviously, some NGO, etc. would have fought for those children. Supreme Court basically said that when it comes to ensuring equality and equal access to education under Article 21, right to education, equality must begin in schools. Neighborhood schools are obligated to admit children from weaker and disadvantaged sections. Clear? What is your opinion? Supreme Court judgment, sir. What is your opinion on 16 rather than 18? That is not the judgment, right? That is a Romeo-Juliet clause. Krudu, Siri. All right. Digital error scams. Digital error scams, as I have clearly told, it is going on increasing again and again. Increasing in the sense, frequency, we can say it has come down a lot. But the amount that is going, that is on the rise. All right. So they have basically decided to form a high-level interdepartmental committee to combat digital error scam. Ministry of Home Affairs, Department of Telecommunication, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Ministry of External Affairs, Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Law and Justice, Ministry of Consumer Affairs, RBI, CBI, NIA, Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center and digital platforms. They are literally bringing everybody here to find out what to do for this. Supreme Court even went to the extent of asking the government, why can't you make CBI the nodal agency to exclusively deal with digital arrest or scams? Why don't you do it? The government is trying to find a reason for it. Why dollar is a standard currency for import and export? Read macroeconomics textbook of NCERT. It is given there in it. How we evolved. Gold standard, Bretton Woods system, failure of the Bretton Woods system, then how we moved on to dollar. Go through that. Okay. Operation Sindoor. Again, like I told you, it is an ongoing operation. So that was the thing. Main reason for putting it up, it was basically a signal that it is still ongoing. It is not over yet. We are still prepared to deal with any sort of trouble that comes from Pakistan side. In this article, which we have already discussed, Indian Police Service deputation to the center. Union government request to states amid vacancies. States asked to send proportionate nomination across ranks for central deputation. Central Armed Forces, Central Police Organizations including CBI, NIA, Supreme Court of India. Supreme Court ruling on 23rd May 2025. Review. What is this about? See, one of the main contentions in IAS, IPS is the central deputation. What does the central deputation mean? You will be working in the state. So this had happened with the state of Tamil Nadu. An IPS, lady IPS officer, senior lady IPS officer again. She got appointment orders to join. That is how it is done is, if I want to go on deputation, I'll first of all formally inform the state home department that I have applied for deputation with the center, with CBI or with NIA or with SPG or with IB, CRPF, CISF. I will inform them that I have made such an application. So what happened? She had applied for CBI. She got it also. Now starts the comedy. State government is not ready to give her relieving orders. Relieving orders means these two things are important when you join service. That is, you are working in a department for 3 years. You got a joining order to go and join in another department you got. But you can only join there till the department where I am working currently. From there, if I get relieving order. Relieving order means this person on so and so date at so and so time, either afternoon, or forenoon. Forenoon means morning. Afternoon means after 12 o'clock. Person has been relieved of their duties. That relieving order, if I get, then I can go to the next department. Because when I go there, first thing they are going to ask me is, show your relieving order. I'll submit it there. Then they will give me what? A joining order. Done. This is the whole idea here. Now, what is the comedy that happened here? State government was not ready to issue relieving orders to the IPS officer. On top of it, from CBI in Delhi, they are going on calling her, this is your last day to join. What will you do? Finally, she would have obviously talked with her seniors. Everybody, seniors would have told, when center's orders are there, you are supposed to go, whatever it is. He left. He reached Delhi. He took charge. Now, next comedy. Comedy part 2. State government decides to suspend her. Why? She has gone missing. She has left the service without informing us. On that ground, we are suspending her. How will you suspend a person who has already gone and joined another department? It unnecessarily created a friction. Later, no news was there about it, but later what I understood was Central Home Ministry got involved and they sorted it out. They were like, you cannot do this. So, Tamil Nadu government, without much, they left it there. Now, what is the Supreme Court ruling? One of the major reasons when people join CAPF, Central Armed Police Forces, one of the major problem there is you join as basically, let us say you cleared the exam, you will join as an assistant commandant. That is almost like a DYSP rank, Deputy Superintendent of Police. What is the issue here? Probably for 15 to 20 years of service, you will be in that post only. 15 to 20 years, same post. Salary increments you will get, but same post. Will you feel, yes, motivated to work? Absolutely not. You are having 10 years of experience as assistant commandant. You have seen the forest, you know the jungle inside out, you know your job. Like if anybody ties Ankh, close your eyes also, you will walk through the jungle and you will come out without a compass. That familiarity you have. One fine day, one commandant comes. Who is he? IPS officer. On what is he there? Deputation. What is his experience before in jungle warfare? Zero. Where was his previous posting? Everything in towns and cities. First of all, how will this person even work in the jungle? Getting the point here. How will this person even work in the jungle? They will have no idea. The Supreme Court basically told that assistant commandant should be given promotion. The central deputation should stop. A very important ruling I must tell you. Because that simply means now, over domination of IPS officers in central services will come down. People who have joined it directly, that is a direct recruits who have come in, be it through CBI, who are there in CBI, or in NIA, or in CAPF. Now they have a chance to get promoted. Otherwise, normally I will tell you how it is. Let us say I am there as a CAPF assistant commandant. 15 years experience is there. Vacancy has come up for commandant. And Abhinay, okay, leave Abhinay. Saraswati. Saraswati is the IPS officer. 5 years of experience as SP or ASP. 5 years experience in the service. He applied for deputation. She will come and boss over me. ABCD, she won't be knowing about Maoism, Naxalism, nothing. She has read and prepared for UPSC. And if she has read Hindu paper means little left liberal also she will be. I know the ground reality. She knows zero. But unfortunately, doesn't matter because she is my senior. I'll have to take orders from her. Got the logic here. So that is the issue here. Moving on. Manipur political settlement and Cookie Zoo group. This is again the point that they are trying to bring this Cookie Zoo group together. Somehow bring them together, the Cookies, the Métis, into the governing structure so that peace can be ensured. But it is not happening. That is the point. It is simply not happening. Clear? Prathamesh Kanun Go. Prathamesh, first of all, ask questions which are related to the topic under discussion. To answer your question, simply Google and find out how many such false complaints have been filed by SC, ST. Only SC/ST. There is no OBC Atrocities Act. There is only one act called Prevention of Atrocities Against SC and ST, including calling them by racial slur or caste names. D meaning derogatory names. In that, find out how many false cases have been filed. Number 1. Number 2, find out how many caste-based killings happens in this country. How many SC/STs are pulled down from the horses? Their head is half shaved. Their mustache is half shaved. Their tar is poured over their head. Tar or black oil is poured over their head. They are made to sit on a donkey and they are asked to go to their, Bharat. As Bharat, they are asked to go to their future bride's home. Find it out. The portion, whatever you are talking about, it is a fraction. The reality is SC/STs are ill-treated from north to south, east to west. That is the reality. Clear? Any personal suggestion on Manipur to ensure? Robert Nandi Bam. No personal suggestion. If I knew it, see, if I have to know it, it would have been in the paper, right? Government does not have a solution. Opposition don't have a solution. Because I have told this earlier and a countless number of times. Tribal people, if they desire to love you, they will love you to the core. They will give their life for you. If they desire to hate you, even God won't be able to save you from them. They are clean. They don't do games. Okay, if he talks like this, then I must do like this. They are very direct. Very, very direct. You give them respect, little respect if you show itself, they will be like, tell, what do you want? Like that, they will behave with you. But slight disrespect you show, they'll cut your head in no time. That is the reason why I keep telling, right? Try China, try Bangladesh. Please try touching our northeastern seven sisters. You will again have to come to this part of India. You will have to sell your propaganda or narrative to save. We will have to come and save you from them. Because they won't budge. Any other part of India, if you go, you show the gun, they will stop the violence. All the SP has to do is simply flash the gun. Take the gun out in nice, slow, steady style. You try doing that in Northeast, they will be like, that's it. They'll pull out an even more bigger gun. Yeah, they have access to it. Thanks to the presence of Myanmar on this side, they have access to weapons. Aishwarya, those are all old news. Please visit the old current affair classes. No main reason. Metis and cookies, it is basically a case of numbers. Metis live in the valley, cookies lay in the hills. Cookies are having reservation. Metis don't have reservation. Metis demanded for reservation. Government also basically said, we will think about it, etc. One High Court order came telling that immediately and take a decision on the reservation of Metis. Cookies did not like it. They went on a protest march, silent protest march. Metis attacked them. Apparently, one person got killed. From that point onwards, it started. Cookies started killing Metis. Metis started killing cookies. That's it. Because Metis are the dominant group there. Numbers they have. Any government is formed, whether it is BJP, whether it is Congress or any other party that is formed there, it will always have a domination of Metis. Cookies, on the other hand, they are a minority who stays in the hills. Number-wise, they are less, but they stay largely in the hilly area. This is in the valley area, valley. That's it. Nothing else. Cookie Zo, why you say? Zo community, apparently they have migrated from Myanmar. Facial features, if you see, Cookie and Zo, hardly any difference. You cannot identify who is who. Counter argument by Metis is that this Cookie Zo, basically what has happened is Zo community coming in from Myanmar. Cookie Zo community has increased in number. We are a minority now. Now we should get what? SC/ST status. So cookies are telling, as it is, our numbers are less. We are fighting for government jobs. Now giving SC/ST status to Metis means even they will also get the government job. They are already in power. So how will we survive here? Conflict started. Clear? Prakriti, no, it is not enough. You will have to read monthly current affair compilation. Bengaluru-Mysuru Infrastructure Corridor Project. This project is 25 years old. And in 25 years, look at this. Proposed length was 111 km. Only 1 kilometer was built in 25 years. Wah re wah. Don't tell, BJP, Congress, both are there. Karnataka is one state where I don't know. Sometimes I feel there is some hidden understanding. Last time you won, right? This time I want to win. That is how it is. That is next. Currently, BJP in Karnataka is very weak. That is there. But if you ask me who will win again next time, there is a possibility that it is BJP. Why? In Karnataka, it has always been like that. BJP, Congress, Congress, BJP. That means in this 25 years, if you're really going to see, BJP has come in power at least 2-3 times. Congress also has come in power at least 2 or 3 times. And still what has happened? Nothing has happened. Only 1 kilometer in out of the 111 kilometer, only 1 kilometer has been built in 25 years. High Court basically told to scrap the project. Scrap the entire project. Clear? That is the point here. Judicial misconduct and reinstatement dispute. Judicial misconduct is apparently a drunk judge, not of High Court, lower court basically. He went and urinated. Where? Inside the train, near a female passenger. He was so drunk that he didn't know which is a bathroom, where is the seat or where is the bathroom. He just got up and he started urinating near a woman passenger. If he was suspended, later removed. Now the thing is, High Court reinstated him back into service. Case went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court said no. This judicial misconduct cannot be allowed. Totally removed him from the service. Clear? Moving on. Bail standards in child sexual offense cases. This is coming like a repeated thing. The bail standards means, see, first of all, I don't know what type of judges are sitting in our court. Easily giving bail for POCSO case accused. The Supreme Court basically told that whenever you are giving bail, you have to think from the victim's angle. That this particular case, a 16-year-old girl was raped by 4 individuals within her locality. And those 4 individuals were given bail. I don't know what are they even thinking. That is, you are literally giving bail to 4 people who raped that girl, who are within that same locality, who come from powerful and influential families. On what grounds you have given bail? Supreme Court made it very clear that take a tough stance here. Clear? The other important thing is 87,754 cases were disposed in fast track courts have been set up 2025. Fast track special courts. Cases that were registered in 2025 was 80,320. Disposed cases were 87,754. Means disposal rate of 109%. What does that mean? 80,000 I disposed of this year. And the remaining 7,000 from previous years. Now, not this year. Previous years and this year's put together. This much I was able to do. $773 fast track courts are there, out of which 400 fast track courts are there, which have been designated for POCSO cases. 1,952 crore from Nirbhaya Fund. Then, case disposal rate, if you see, average disposal rate of fast track court is 9.51, normal court is 3.26. All that is good. Disposal rate is 109%, which is good thing. But when you look at the conviction rate, it was 35% in 2019. It is 29% in 2023. What does it mean? Out of 100 POCSO cases that are filed, 71 people will walk out free. Harshita, what is spoken inside the assembly or in a parliament cannot be questioned in a court of law. You cannot punish them for that. You can probably, privilege motion, etc. can be initiated against the erring MLA or speaker. But the fact of the matter is, be it the government or be it the opposition, We have men from a bygone era who basically believe that rapes happen because women will trigger it. There are many idiots in this country who actually believe that rapes happen because that woman would have triggered him. That is the reason. It is almost the same logic that is said by these dog lovers. For example, in the state of Kerala, when a woman woke up in the night, she is a poor woman staying near the beach. So she doesn't have bathroom or toilet. So she had gone out near the beach area to ease herself. That point, what happened? Stray dogs came and tried to bite her. To escape from that, she jumped into the water, sea water, thinking that the dogs won't come now. Where? They also got into that sea water, bit her, killed her, mauled her to death. You know what was a statement given by one particular female? She basically said that the woman who died, maybe she was carrying meat in her hands. That is why the dogs got triggered. Otherwise, dogs will not bite like that. I have heard many such faltuke arguments being given by many people like this, that dogs will not bite without any trigger. Very recently in Delhi, a pit bull, American pit bull, a child was playing outside, again from a poor family, 7-8 years old, I think. That pit bull, they left the gate open or something. It came out, attacked the child, bit its ear off. Bit its ear off. Dogs are capable of madness because it is an animal at the end of the day. Similarly, men of India are no different. For them, what matters is there an opportunity to do a crime and can I get away with it? Those are the only two things that they look into. If I do this, can I get away with it? If they feel, yes, there is a chance of committing it and getting away with it, they will do that crime. As simple as that. See, victim going out at night is not the problem here. My problem, again, like I have told a million times, it is not whether victim went out or victim didn't go out. You want to go out, don't go out alone. Boy or girl, I repeat, after 6-7 o'clock, don't go out alone. For example, now, Bangalore, I have been staying here for 11-12 years. Kochi is the place, city where I studied engineering. Thrissur is the place where my home is there. Calicut is again where I did my schooling. In all these 4 cities, if you ask me to come at 12 o'clock in the night, I will come out. Why? I know this city. I know people here. With one phone call, I can get any help from anywhere. I can get it. I'm confident. Will I pull that stunt if I go to Delhi? Absolutely not. Will I pull the stunt if I go to Kolkata? Absolutely not. Will I do it in Lucknow? No. Why? You are a murderite. Understand one thing. Men who are into raping, for them it doesn't matter whether they get a man, whether they get a woman. Men who are into violence, they only need somebody to grab, they want to punch them, then run away. There are crazy people like that. So if I am stepping out in Delhi, if I'm stepping out in Noida, what will I do? I'll gather my friends, so that we are not alone. Gang of 4 or 5 are there. All are looking decently enough. In that, again, if I am talking about my Noida gang, means there is one guy called Abhishek. Adde kadde. Bicep ke bicep, chest ke chest. Got the point here. I've told this earlier also in my PubAd class as well as other current affair class, when one of my friend again got beaten up. Not friend, acquaintance. To be very honest, I forgot his name also. 2011. He had decided to surprise his girlfriend in Delhi. Night. Preparing for UPSC. He is again 6 foot tall. You know, the whole tight t-shirt, dole shole, typical, very fair, very clean shave, typical good looking North Indian guy. They had gone out. 11 or 11:30 in the night. He got attacked by 2-3 people. So he thought, okay, he will attack them. They attacked one fellow stood in front, 2 people stood behind. That he didn't see. He only saw the front guy. So he removed, so he thought, okay, marne ka waqt aa gaya. In style, he apparently removed his watch, everything. First kick came to his, feet, lower back. One kick or one punch, I'm not sure. But basically, said first thing he got it from behind. That one punch on the back, you will crash. You are Amitabh Bachchan also no use. Lower back, you get a nice solid punch, you will crash down. They kicked him, they punched him, took his chocolate, took his watch, took his purse, took everything. Even his dignity also they took and went away. Guess what was the first question that all friends, all of us, when he came back and he narrated this entire incident, first question what we asked was, why the hell did you go there? Why the hell did you go? Got the point here? We are all individually responsible for our safety. Some nonsensical thing happens, we cannot blame any government here. Critical of government we can be. Similarly, we have to be critical of individuals who take stupid decisions. We cannot actually think that, okay, government should have protected me. There are dark underbellies in every city. There are certain areas where cops also won't venture out at that point of time to that area. Boy, that area, don't need. They won't go. Light is not there. Proper roads are not there. If you enter there, you won't know how to get out. Why will you go there? Metropolitan logic. This is my right, my life. I will do whatever I want. You leave it in metropolitan city. Because the people who will be attacking you, they wouldn't have heard of Ambedkar, they wouldn't have heard of Constitution of India, they wouldn't have heard about Article 21 or Article 14. They will take your life. Got the picture here? So wherever you travel, whenever you go out, always think about your safety. That is the point here. You should think about your safety. Otherwise, you will end up being like Abhimanyu. You knew how to enter, how to go out, to have fun. How are you going to come back? How are you going to come back? With whom are you going to come back? What is your backup plan? See, it is there everywhere. I'm not denying. In Bangalore, it is there. But see, Bangalore, I'm telling you, will I venture out alone? I will. Because I know one phone call. But then, yeah, if whatever damage has to happen will happen to me. That is a different story. But still, I can get people. Just come out. We are in this area. Please come out. I will get people. I can even call my students itself. That's another story. That is the logic. So we all are responsible for our individual safety. Why I told such a long narrative is, even you can expect this question in your interview board. So you must tell there one thing. Right to life, etc. These are all constitutionally guaranteed rights. But each individual is responsible for their own life and their own safety. Dark underbellies and dark crowds are there in every country, in every city. So you cannot say that this city is bad, that city is bad, Delhi is the rape capital of India. You cannot come to a conclusion like that. I agree. State, cops, they all should do their work. But we are individually responsible. That is there everywhere, Brijesh. I am not telling it is only there. Every city you go, the local cops will always be knowing which crime is happening in which part of the city right now. No major crime can take place without the knowledge of cops. They will be knowing who are the criminal gangs, who are involved in what thing. They will be knowing it. But why are they not taking any action? Orders from the top. So, sir, if a question comes like Nobel Peace Prize, will it be Trump? As in? मैं यूपी से कट्टा लेके आ जाऊंगा, बता देना. Where do I get monthly compilation? You can get it from any PW website, it is there. From there you can get. Clear? This is the recent initiative. That is, Supreme Court has basically said to introduce this Romeo-Juliet clause. What is this Romeo-Juliet clause? Basically, consensual adolescent relationship. Consensual adolescent relationships means where the age gap is not too much. Now, in POCSO cases, I told you, high level of only very limited conviction, high level of release is happening. Why it is happening? Because majority of the times in our country, what our boys don't know is, you could be 19. Your girlfriend could be 16. Let us say you both had a consensual relationship. Basically, you had sex. Girl is less than 18 years old. As per the definition of law, even the latest Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, if the girl is less than 18 years old, then what it is? Then it is statutory rape. Consensus was there. She was okay with it. But the law says that by law definition of law, it is rape. Kuldeep Chowdhury, no guarantee for that. Please don't expect me to tell you that what type of question will come out of it. That nobody can predict. Getting the point here. Because what is the only thing here? Nobel Peace Prize, maybe the features they can ask. For a 10 marker, maybe they will ask. Nobel Peace Prize, the entire thing about it. From when did it start? What is the committee? What is the process for it? That question maybe can come. Can the Nobel Peace Prize be transferred or not? What is that gold symbol? What does the symbol say? Behind the symbol, front of that, whose face it is? Behind the coin, what is there? Those type of questions may come. But for that, sitting and doing an entire deep research on Nobel Peace Prize, that will be a totally dumb idea. Why? 1% chance for that question to come in prelims. Out of 100, you may get one question. But guaranteed, I know, you're going to get questions on polity. You will get questions on economics. You will get questions on geography, science and tech, history. This is guaranteed, right? Guaranteed section sit and study. Not the one rare event which may happen. Because even if you do an entire research on this, how much amount of that data are you going to retain? That is the next question. Clear? The Supreme Court basically said that if they are of similar age, within the similar age group, not much of an age gap is there, then under Romeo-Juliet clause, let this guy go. That is the point. Under Romeo-Juliet clause, let the guy go. Because the age gap is very, very less. They both are kids. They both are adolescents, teenagers. Got the point here? So this is the latest thing. Correct, correct, correct. Weekly target classes tomorrow at 4 p.m. Correct. Are Prashant, consent doesn't matter there. For example, now, again, this is not going to end here. Let us say 24-year-old fellow, 15-year-old girl, gap is 9 years. Consent was there. But what is the case here? This is a 24-year-old uncle as per the law. 24-year-old fellow. You have taken the girl for advantage. She gave consent, she didn't give consent, none of that matters. This fellow is going to go into jail. By POXO, he is going to go. Most probably some 15 to life. Got the point? So all the boys out there, if at all your girlfriend is below 18, run. Run for your dear life. Because again, I am telling you, as far as rape cases are concerned, it is ultimately the statement given by the girl. It will be your duty to basically prove that you did not commit the crime. Very, very difficult it is. I basically would say that this law has to be taught to in every school. This has to be taught. Because boys, as usual, see, boys, I always keep telling, boys are like monkeys. Including myself. When I was that age, even I was also like that. Boys are like monkeys. They don't know how to think, how to even behave. So the thing is that this has to be taught. Otherwise, we will keep hearing this young boys going into jail. Clear? It's already 9:38. I wanted to cover a few more topics. But yeah, this will take time. So these remaining topics, whatever is there, source code, I think some we have taken. So the CCA batch, I think some of these topics have been taken. But yeah, whatever is remaining, we will continue it on Monday CCA class. The remaining topics, it will be shared with the Pinnacle and Titan batch. Please go through it. If you have a doubt, let me know in the next class. Clear? So, prey dog feeding, economy related, rare earth elements, marine and space biotechnology, NEET PG vacancies, new UGC rules, global unemployment, water contamination. Yeah, nothing major. No major topics are there as such. Everything are like general updates. All right. What is the impact of Romeo-Juliet clause in POCSO Act? Romeo-Juliet clause is just this much. Young boys henceforth, let a 17-year-old guy is in love with 15-year-old girl. Then, Then in one moment, they decided to get physical. Girl's parents get to know about it. They file a case against him. Case goes to the court. Court basically says that this is a Romeo-Juliet clause. They both are in within the same age group. Gap is not too much. This case cannot be taken up. That is the reason why Supreme Court told as a directive to Union Home Ministry. Union Home Ministry, why? Now Union Home Ministry will have to issue an order to all the cops. Send it to all the DGPs. DGP will send the circular to the respective IG. IG will send it to the respective SP. SP will send it to all the police stations. Go and have dinner. Good night. Oh, Sohra. Little lovingly also you could have done, sir, why don't you have your dinner? Almost like an order. Sir, go and have your dinner. Good night. People these days, no care only. Absolutely nothing. Socio-economically poor. Prathamesh Kanungo. Socio-economically poor. That is the main reason. Socio-economically backward. Mandal Commission. History. But is not this unfair? Abhishek, no. That's what you're talking about. It is just a minority. Like I told you in this particular case, where bail was given to an accused. Unnao rape case you saw, right? What happened? MLA was given bail by the Delhi High Court. In this case, sir, again, what I discussed today, Supreme Court told that don't give bail like that to a POCSO accused or a POCSO convict. What is it? You have to think about the victim. That was a case where a 16-year-old girl was raped by 4 men. See, whatever you people are talking about, some enthusiastic boys of my class will always say, sir, what about girls? Girls are also doing. Arey yaar, that is just a minuscule number. To put it in a proper perspective for you, when I was taking society in offline center before joining PW, I was taking society there. So I was talking about these dowry related violence and in marriage, how husbands kill their wife. I was talking about that. As usual, some enthusiastic students are like, but sir, these days, women are also killing their husbands. What about that then? I roughly told him, what men in India, the amount of women that are killed by their spouse or by their husbands, okay, in a month, that is the total number of husbands killed by women in some 3 or 4 years. Got the point here? Women are always on the sticky end of the spectrum. Understand that very clearly. And I quote a Haryanvi cop here who basically said that when the reporter questioned, sir, what do you think is the reason, like rape? Is it right to blame victim? Is it? Or nahi to? In that Haryanvi accent he was telling. Why not? So the reporter asked, but sir, how? They basically told, takes 2 hands to make noise. 50% it is boy's mistake, 50% it will be girl's mistake. Got the point? Then there are even more intelligent people who will say that she would have worn something. She would have worn a dress to attract the men. My question to them is, even 6-month-old, 2 years old, 3 years old babies are getting raped. Why? Their pampers was revealing or their frock was revealing. I'm telling you again, crime occurs basically because there is an opportunity and yes, I can get away with this. That is why we say ethics is not about what you do when light is there, when everybody is watching. Ethics is what you do when nobody is watching. That time it will tell you who you are. Thank you, Abhinaya. Love you, Mohit. Flat and then SSC, then UPSC. Credit Z, if you are giving CLAT, why are you giving SSC and UPSC? I'm not understanding. Suryananda. Thank you, Suryananda. Malayalam language will. Shiles are nothing much is there. Malayalam language will, like basically, like I told, I don't know whether you were there in my class. Anyway, very quickly I will tell you. They want to make Malayalam the official language. But Kerala's geography is such that northern part of Kerala shares border with Karnataka. Few of the eastern and southern parts share border with Tamil Nadu. And because of this, what happens? Northern Kerala, you have few people who are comfortable in Kannada. Eastern and southern, again, there are people who are comfortable in Tamil. So in Kerala, basically, when Kerala Administrative Service exam was being conducted, they basically said that you can give the exam in Malayalam, which is the official language. You can give it. That is one language you have to choose, right? That language in Kerala was 3 options were given. You can write it in Malayalam, you can write it in Kannada, you can write it in Tamil. Got the picture here? So when this bill was introduced, immediately Karnataka Chief Minister said, no, take the bill vapas. Nothing, no issues here. Malayalam is the official language. So people who are from those notified areas means, let us say from northern Kerala means Kannada, southern area means Tamil. You can communicate for all communication purpose. You can continue to use Kannada or Tamil. That is, if I am from northern Kerala, I can communicate for all official purpose with the government in what language? Kannada. No compulsion on people who are from other states, outside the states, or people who are even foreigners to learn Malayalam. There is no compulsion. You can choose any language you want. Revision plan for 2026. Mr. R, I am already giving it every Sunday 4 p.m. Sunday 4 p.m. This video has already come in PWOnlyIAS YouTube English channel. Please check it out. Sir, I am from your village. Which village is that? I just had veg Maggie. Who? Brother, if you are getting into CLAT, into law, into some of the finest law colleges in the country, I am telling you, take law itself as your profession, right? Why will you again start going and giving SSC, etc.? I mean, you clear it, you practice for a few years, then give the magistrates exam, judicial magistrates exam. Why will you go for SSC and all? Judicial magistrate, 85,000 rupees salary, car, gunman, official residence, all that you will get. Why will then you sit and prepare for UPSC? Got the point here? Why you want to go to SSC, then UPSC and judicial magistrate? Imagine the power that you have in your hands. 1 year generally. Thank you, Aishwarya. Repeatedly attending the class. What if mature woman do to minor boy? Mature woman will go to jail. Kerala, there was a case like that. Some 30-year-old female forced a 15 or a 14-year-old boy to have a relationship with her. So he went and told it to his home. They went and complained it to the police. She got arrested as per POCSO. Those cases also happen. My brother, how did he prepare? Like, I advised him few things there. First advice was stick with one book. If there are 4 or 5, I asked him, what is the thing with this? So he's basically told me. So I understood it is not about knowledge in SSB. In SSB, it is more to do with your presence of mind. So I asked him, how many books you have to refer? So he said, no, any one standard book is enough. So I said, then stick only to that one book. So, but he said, but then there are other publications also. I said, no need. One book is talking about SSB interview, you have it. He said, I said, revise it 10 times, 20 times to the point where you know it at a subconscious level where what is there. He was like, okay. Second thing, he was like, I told, what are the different rounds? I said, learn about that from YouTube. Each round, like there's a picture perception test. Then I think situation awareness, some rounds are there in SSB interview. So that, learn it from YouTube. Each purpose, what it is. He said, okay. Third thing, whatever happens, don't tell it to our parents. He was like, but why, Bhaiya? I said, you tell it to our parents, they will start expecting. Once they start expecting, that will be an unnecessary pressure on you. So for the love of God, don't tell it to our parents. Till the last day, even when he was going to Allahabad also, he just told it I'm going and trying. More than 300, 400 people will come and hardly some 13 vacancies are there. So my parents were like, 13 vacancies, 400. From where he will get? Out of the 4 people who got selected from Allahabad, which is literally known as the, what is that? Elimination center or something. From there, he was one who got selected among the 4. That's it. Will we have special class for the budget session in February? Let us see. If your economics faculty is doing this, I will be saved. What are your Renosia, thank you. Prashant Angroya, I wish you all the very best. Do very well. Okay? My prayers, my best wishes, everything is there with you. All right. Fingers crossed. Man, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. If clear, I have no idea, Brajesh. You may start, Shinga. You can start. Welcome, people. Welcome. Okay. Yeah, rejection board. Correct. I am from class 10. Can I? Think about it, because my brother also gave CLAT for others, for the rest of you information. He had cleared his CLAT. He got into National University of Advanced Legal Studies, Kochi branch. From there, he passed out because obviously he was in the company of good lawyers and good advocates. He got opportunity with a decent lawyer where he was practicing. He had practiced as a lawyer, and that is when this SSB thing came knocking, and he decided to, okay, just give it a try. First attempt, takatak, cleared it. So that is the point. CLAT, I'm telling you again, sky is the limit. Please understand. Don't take CLAT lightly. And again, clearing CLAT is not easy. It's again a very tough exam. Love you too, Mohit. See, how to manage time is just simple. You need to just simply think why you started doing whatever you're doing in the first place. Why you are doing what you're doing. Got the point? So if you have an answer for that, then you will manage your time well. You feel you're doing it for somebody else, not for yourself, you will, no matter how much of a time you get, you will waste it. It is possible. When will be the next class? Saturday. Thank you all. Thank you all. First year occupational therapy student. You can start from now, Akanksha. Geopolitics, foreign policy and stuff. See, geopolitics, foreign policy, all are one and the same. Just stick to current affairs, and if you're planning to take any coaching, attend the coaching. That will be sufficient. Thank you, Sajal. How to prepare governance subject. Governance is what? A little bit of society and applied polity. That's it. Like issues surrounding health, issues surrounding education, issues maybe surrounding gender. That is very overlapping also. Whatever we see as topics in under governance in GS paper 2, almost the same topics which is there in GS paper 1 under society. Because governance is ultimately for the society. Those are all the similar all are similar topics. The only difference is that when you write it under governance, you will give more of Supreme Court rulings, then polity, constitution, etc. You will quote over here. Under society, when you generally write, you will mostly you will talk about the problem that is being asked. That's it. Daksh Sharma, you can basically start attending all the current affair classes. That is one thing you can do now. As of now, attend all the current affair classes. So get used to it. Get used to the whole rhythm, staying updated with current affairs. Give it some 6 months time. You will get a hang of current affairs. Then you can decide whether you want to do this or not. Because 16 years, my honest opinion, too early to even take a call on UPSC. All right. You're welcome, Harshita. Picha Pillai, happy birthday. God bless you. Take care. Courses of PubAd optional to self-study. Harish, I have already made a video on that. It is available in PWOnlyIAS. I don't know which channel. There are so many channels of PWOnlyIAS. In that one channel, it is there. So if you search public administration optional PWOnlyIAS, if you type, you will see one video is there where I made the book list for it. You can refer that. Okay, okay. Thank you, Suryananda. See, obviously it is possible after getting selection to IAF, you can give. But my question again is, if you got into IAF, why you want to come to UPSC? That's the point. What opinion? We'll have to wait and watch. See, Trump's pedophilic videos were released because of the Epstein files. There are many videos and photos where you can clearly see Trump is sitting with underage girls, hugging them, kissing them. In obviously not like as a father or something, as a sexual pervert. So to divert the attention away from all of that, he has created all of this now. Attacking Venezuela, attacking Greenland, all of that. He wants to divert the entire world attention away from it. Because otherwise also, he is going to go down in history books as the worst president the entire world, not just of USA, the entire world. A pedophile, a megalomaniac, a self-obsessed narcissist at its peak. That's it. Start aspirant, just start studying. You want to do something, start doing it. There is no how here. I've told in one of my earlier videos, reduce the distance between your hand and the job. Whatever you want to do, you want to write a book, open the notebook and start writing. You want to type something, open your laptop and start typing. You want to study or read something, pick the book and start reading. That's it. Other than that, nothing. How many months current affairs will be covered in batch? If I join now, will it be useful? Definitely, if you join the comprehensive current affairs, it will be useful because every week the classes will be happening. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Like you are seeing this, all these 4 classes. Plus, on top of it, I also review the previous year questions. So in the CCA group, I review it. Earlier, I used to do it in my own separate group. But then once the CCA batch started, because again, it's a paid batch, I've started reviewing only their answers now. So if anybody wants their PYQs to be analyzed, and they want that, current affairs also, only we need current affairs and we only want help on PYQs, I would suggest CCA. Again, I'm not going to say that it is very cheap or something because each person will be from a different economic background. But I think 1,900 rupees for 1 year, it's pretty much reasonable. So you may consider it. Start getting busy. You're not busy in your life. That is the reason you're overthinking. I don't have time to think. I don't think only about others because I'm too busy. After this, have dinner. Maybe if my kid would have slept by now. So then maybe watch, I don't know, watch something in Insta or in OTT for some time. Then go off to sleep. That's it. Best way to build confidence in SSB interview or any interview. Start taking care of your physique first. I'm not joking. When you look good, you feel good. When you know that your chest is out, stomach is in, whatever you wear, it is hugging your body, especially coat, etc. When you wear it, it is looking good on you. The coat is clinging onto your body. You start feeling good about yourself. That's the only way. Simplest way, I would say. Push-ups and a good jog. That will give you confidence. If you're confident, you can start preparing. Jai Krushukla. Why should I live? You should find the answer for it. You should find an answer to that. I cannot answer for you. I do not know your background. And such personal questions, I would say, never ask a stranger for such opinions. Why should I live? Why should I do this? Who am I? I'm a nobody in your life. My presence in your life is just as important as the person who will show the road. When you take a wrong turn, you'll stop your vehicle and you'll ask somebody, right? Why, how to go from here? And they will guide you. From here, you go straight. You've taken a wrong route, but from here, you go straight. Then you make a left. After 2 kilometers, you will see a right. Take that, you will reach the main road. That's my job. You don't even have to remember my name. You don't even have to remember me also. My job is only to guide you. You need to find the purpose of your life. You are asking a question which probably Gautam Buddha and Mahavira also wanted to find. Why am I living? What is the purpose of my life? Finding the purpose. That is the purpose of everybody's life. BSc in 2023 with normal percentage, agency and what should I do? You can start giving government exams, teacher exams. So those type of exams you can give. That is one thing you can do. BSc you did, I agree. BSc doesn't have much value today. Whatever BSc you do, BA you do, doesn't have any value today. The only other option is start giving all the exams. Start with teachers exams first. You can try after getting the teachers exam. Once you clear that, take MSc, post-graduation, etc., etc. Then try giving NET, JRF, or parallelly prepare for banking, or SSC, or any other government exam. But get into one job first, because 2023, you've already cleared, finished it. So get into some teaching job at least. Somewhere where you are earning money. Are you a believer? Your wording. As in, believer of what? God I do believe, but I am not a religious person. But I believe more in work. I know that hard work you put, some result you will get. Eventually. Sincere hard work you put, some result you will get. It is not necessary that you will get it for what you worked for. Something else God will come and give to you. And that's the beauty of life. Take care, aspirant. Repeatedly revising whatever you have read. One regret you have in your life. Became your lecturer. I don't have regrets, to be very honest. I mean, if I am to be very, very honest, couldn't wear the uniform, that regret is there. IPS, couldn't crack it, that regret will be there. I know for a fact that if I would have cracked it also, I wouldn't have survived. I wouldn't have survived because my way of or style of functioning will not suit it. That much I know, because now I get to hear many stories from my friends. I know I wouldn't have survived there. But having said that, that will be a regret always. That will be a regret. I'll take it to my grave. Even today, when I see somebody in uniform, there is this thing. La 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 la. That, you know, how you will feel when you are meeting your ex-girlfriend after a long time. That feeling is there. I literally lose my breath and my heart skips a beat when I see a uniform. That will be there. I'll take it to my grave. That is there. Mentally dead, please guide. Why are you mentally dead? Why are you mentally dead? What? हाथ है, पैर है, सांस ले रहा है. Why are you dead? As Rajpal Yadav said, बुरा वक्त क्या है? बुरा वक्त वो है, you lost your hand, you lost your leg. या फिर you are in a coma. You're lying on the bed, unable to move. That is बुरा वक्त. All the 5 fingers are there, hand is there, legs are there, brain is there. What mentally down you are talking about? You don't know what, I don't know what you're going through. But if you are having all the body parts intact means nothing is wrong with your life. Nothing is wrong. You can still make it. Use this to earn this. Simple. And once you start earning, use that to take care of this. Repeat again and again and again. How is your auntie? She's fine now. She doesn't bother anymore. Now, after a point, when all you have to do is probably give and look like this, then people will be like, okay, iske samne muh mat kholo. It helps. This helps actually. Trust me, this actually helps. I'm not a big fan of this, etc. But it actually gives that impression that don't mess with me. So I'm happy people are keeping their distance. Addition or just speech. It can be formed. I mean, the sedition charges, if you ask me, it's a repeated question that has come in UPSC with regard to this fundamental right to freedom of speech and expression. It has repeatedly come. So it can come as a question. But as I have told earlier also, Supreme Court ruling is there. No fundamental right is about national security or internal security of the country. Internal security stands above every fundamental right. And fundamental right to freedom of speech and expression doesn't mean that you can say or do anything that you want. There's reasonable restrictions. These are qualified in nature. Abhinay, I love what I do. That is a simple thing. I love this job. That is a thing. So I don't know. Maybe that is the reason. And like I told you, when you don't have time for nonsense, oh, that person is having this, oh, this person told me this. You don't have time for it. I'll be very honest with you because you've asked this question. Frankly speaking, I don't have any friends either. It's nothing to do with that. What is it? I am a very loner. I don't like to make nothing like that. It is just that, see, after a 5-hour class, I don't have the time to literally chit chat with anybody. Even with my wife also, I will tell you, do one thing, you talk, I will listen. I will say, that I will do. Where it is important that I should give a reply, I will open my mouth. So I don't pick up phone and I don't drink, I don't smoke. After spending an entire week, 6 days taking classes, 7th day, I want to sit simply. So even if anybody calls me out, I don't want to go out. I want to spend time with my family. So basically, if you see, I don't have time to actually see who did what, who said what. I don't bother myself with any of these things. Maybe that is one reason that because nothing is pulling me down. Even now, when I am sitting and thinking, my next thing to do is I'm immediately thinking, okay, I need to give a reminder to the concerned team to upload the video tomorrow without fail at 4 p.m. where I'm giving the weekly targets. That is what I'm thinking right now. So that is there. I am not bothered with what others are thinking. I'm only thinking about what can I do to improve the class. So I don't know who said it, Mohit or somebody it was, who actually said, sir, why don't you use images in the PPTs? Afterwards, I started spending time with ChatGPT to generate images. So that at least with that image, people will remember, this was the number. Hey, it is somewhere this. They will remember it better. That's it. Kaam se matlab lako. That's all. I'm only worried about how my classes go. I'm not worried about anything else. What other faculties do, didn't do, what others said, didn't say. Least bothered. That is the reason. Work. Other than that, nothing. You do meditation, no meditation. I work out. That's it. I work out every alternate days. Not alternate. Daily I work out. Practically speaking, yeah. I work out daily. No meditation and all. Meditation, I found that you become a little too good. Let go. Don't give any reply. Let go of it. Anilom, vinilom. All that. I could feel that. 2 months I did it and I could feel I'm already not fighting much, not arguing much. I didn't like that version of myself. Dropped meditation altogether. I was like, nah, not now. When I hit 50 or 60, that time I'll probably start thinking of it. Not now. Jhatkas, Aishwarya, one after the other jhatkas you get in your life. And when you learn to know that in this entire world, you have to take care of yourself. No hero, nobody is going to come to rescue you. You have to rescue yourself. And I also learned that the fastest way to find out who are the genuine people in your life, that is, the people who really want to see you happy, all you have to do is grow. Grow in life. When they see that you're very busy, you're working hard, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing that other thing also, this thing also, then people will start getting jealous of you. Will really get to know who are jealous of you. When you are a nobody, you're an underdog, nobody cares. Everybody will give you sympathy. Just because they are giving you sympathy, don't think that they like you. They are giving sympathy because they want you to remain there. Be there only. You will also feel, yeah, bichara mein. Don't think about yourself as a bichara. If you ask me very honestly, what do I prefer as as this thing? If somebody says, "Oh, you Nikhil Sir is so sweet," but if somebody says he's very rude and arrogant, he will just blurt out. I'll be like, "Aha, that I like," because that's the right thing, right analysis. They will stay away from me. You will get to know that. See, I'm 38 years old. I'll turn 39 this year. You don't have to wait till that. You all will mature much before that. My maturity levels are very, very low. I learned what I have to learn in my 20s. I learned it in my 30s. So you will get all this maturity much before that. Take care of yourself. Start earning money. Simple. Mentally strong. The only thing is start earning money. Start working out. There is nothing that a good exercise cannot take care of. Nicely sweat out from your body. Feel the sweat. Feel the breath. Each breath that you take. Automatically feel like, yeah, I will handle it. I will face it. That's it. That's all that is there. It's not so difficult. Like I said, you lose your arm, you lose your hand, or you lose your leg, you lose your head. Then we can say, okay, things are looking bad. But everything is intact. Eyes, ears, nose, everything are well. Anything can be handled. All right, people. Good night, people. Take care.